another week here on the show, here on the Fan, here out at Broncos training camp. We are back for our final week.
Final week?
Stokley. Final week, final few days of training camp. Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. And what do you know? We got our first Broncos Reaction Monday.
Yeah.
Got a game to react to? What'd you think?
Love it, man. I mean, it's go time, right? Now we're playing real football. See what they look like, this year, and start laying that foundation down for, the regular season. But we've been watching a lot of practice. It's fun to watch a real football game finally. So that was awesome. Good job. A lot of guys stepped up and played well. You're on the road, too, your first game, and to go out there and dominate the way that they dominated, first step, check. I mean, great job.
Yeah, it was the Falcons. They hail from the NFC South, Mark's division. That tells you all you need to know about that team.
Well, I mean,
they're one of Mark's go-to teams.
They are, but at the same time, you're on the road, and a lot of your backups are playing. How are they going to go out there and perform? And they did a great job. So, I mean, you gotta say, hey, 2 thumbs up on the first test of the season. Yeah. And it's just preseason, right? It doesn't count, but you like to see your team go out there and play well, which they did. A lot of guys played well.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. It being a Bronco Reaction Monday, give us your impressions, your thoughts, your observations on the game, what you saw, what you liked. Was there anything you didn't like, anything that concerned you at all? Let us know. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Also on the Denver Sports YouTube chat, presented by Champ Honda, and away we go. Yeah, I think my just overall impression, if I just had to boil it down to one sentence, it's a good football team.
Yeah.
Broncos are a good football team.
A lot of depth.
Yep.
And that's what really shows up in preseason games whenever you're playing your backups a lot. And when they go out there and perform at a high level, that gives you confidence because you're going to need those guys in the regular season. A lot of those backups, next thing you know, you look up in week 10 and you're going to need that guy to, who's going to be starting. So it's good to see those guys get out there and play well. But, yeah, this football team is a well-rounded football team with a lot of depth.
Yeah, and not only the depth, but because you may need the depth, but I just, just the idea that you have, you're constantly pushing. You got young guys who want to play. Like I'm watching, for example, a Jonah Ellis, who was just I was all over the field. I mean, he just continued to flash play after play, rush after rush, and I wrote down in my notes, I'm like, man, you got to find a way to get this guy on the football field as much as possible, and just the idea that he's there to push a Jonathan Cooper, push a Nick Bonito, and just remind these veterans, hey. You may be the starters, you may be the established guys, but we got a lot of young, hungry guys who want to play, and they're here to push.
Yeah, Jonah Ellis, he's going to play a big role for this team this year. He's going to be a big rotational guy. And we'll see if Jonathan Cooper gets suspended, what happens there. But, you look at a guy like Ellis and you say, okay, you're going to see that guy on the field a lot making plays.
What'd you think of the running backs?
Well, Jonah Coleman, man, I'm telling you, he looks like the real deal. So I like that running back room as a whole, right? When you look at Dobbins now, and then you look at the addition of Coleman, and then R.J. Harvey going into his second year. You talk about the wide receiver room, how much that room has improved, and then also now how much that running back room has improved. So, it's going to be interesting to see Coleman and see if they can keep him off the football field this year and how long. Because obviously it's going to be Dobbins, and you would think Harvey's going to be the next guy. So Coleman might have to wait his time, but he looked great.
He did. And the defensive side of the ball, a lot of what we saw during training camp, check that box. We already saw 2 turnovers right away.
That's
One of
nice
them a
see.
pick six. Jahdae Barron, Riley Moss. The ball was thrown, it was simple interceptions, but they made the catches. That wasn't always the case last year. So
no,
check that box. So that was encouraging as well. So
bad. I think it was a bad Friday for the Tribe of Hate.
Yeah.
Jared Stidham.
Yep.
You know,
we're going to get to Stiddy.
And then Jahdae Barron, too.
Right.
Goes out there and gets a pick six. So
Yep.
Shut the hell up.
The tribe of hate, man, it wasn't a good Friday for them.
Well, I'm sure they'll find a way to spin it the way they like. So,
I will die on this hill.
Well, that's your hill, pal. That's your hill. Go for it, man.
We can go back and forth for another 4 minutes.
Nope. No need. I'm just going to leave it at that. All right.
Good.
Here comes here comes the roller. I know you folks listening love to hear the sounds of work being done out here as they get ready for practice today. It's kind of isn't it, as players, you know, you're still in training camp, but once you've played that first preseason game, isn't it a little harder to come out and summon up the same kind of training camp intensity that maybe you had the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, it gets to be the same stuff, rinse and repeat, and now you're just looking forward to the regular season. Like, get here. How much longer to the regular season, right? So, that's about where we're at right now. And, you know, you've already played one preseason game, and now you're out here again, and it kind of is the same old, and it does get a little bit stale.
Yesterday, I've got to give a shout-out. This is a good shout-out.
Okay.
Silterhar Motors.
Oh, yeah,
Our
how was
friends
it?
at Silterhar Motors, they had their foundation golf tournament, annual, and played with Zach Pye. It was the first time I've been with him since last year at the Silterhar tournament.
How did Zach play?
He's getting better.
All right, because he
He's
was bragging.
getting better.
He took lessons, and he was kind of bragging about, you know.
I don't know if he should be bragging
Right, okay,
about anything. Let's just leave it that I'm seeing improvement.
He's heading in the right direction.
He's heading in the right direction.
Okay.
Explain yourself.
Well, nothing bragworthy yet.
Right. So, was it
It's
a scramble?
impossible.
It was a scramble.
And y'all on the same team?
Yeah, I was along with
that
Zach.
couldn't have been a good team.
It was
y'all couldn't. That couldn't have been a good team. Y'all didn't play very well.
it was Chad Andrus. Lodo Chad was out there. Chad played well.
Yeah, he's a good golfer.
And then one of our sales guys, Paul, he plays once a year too. So no, we were not a threat. We didn't finish last. We were tucked there comfortably in the mediocre middle.
Yeah.
But we had a great time. Great time. Great weather. No rain to worry about after what a wild weekend it was. Boy,
Wow.
You get some crazy stuff down in the Rock?
Yes. So
Do you see those pictures of it was like icebergs with all the hail and the water? I mean, they had dump trucks, plow trucks pushing giant bits of hail away. They look like they look like
what?
I'm not
When was
joking.
this?
Google it. GTS, man. Google it. It looked like floating icebergs. Iceberg! Dead ahead!
Floating icebergs.
It looked like it.
Where was this at?
This was like downtown.
Wow. Okay.
Meridian, over by Meridian. Yeah,
Wow.
Meridian was the place that got hammered a lot. So, anyway, we got a lot to react to.
We need the rain. That's good.
It was awesome.
Rain is good.
But it was some serious stuff was coming down. But, yeah, Zach's getting better. I don't want to hear it. You shouldn't be bragging.
Right. No brag. Not okay.
Okay.
But, I'm glad that he's improving.
It's improving. It is improving. All right, we are off and rolling. Want to hear from you on a Broncos Reaction Monday. Yeah, we'll hear more about the what Sean Payton and Jared Stidham thought of Jonah Coleman and R.J. Harvey. That's coming up next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
The stat that I would love to see change. On average, men will wait a year or more before doing something about their erectile dysfunction. Doesn't need to be that way, especially when you can choose an experienced provider like Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Not only do you not want to put it off, the other thing about Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is you're dealing with compassionate professionals who are experienced, compassionate, and what a track record of over a decade helping thousands of men with their personalized treatment plans designed to achieve the best possible results. Life is challenging enough without having to muddle along with some mediocre sex life. No need to just deal with it or hope if you ignore it long enough, it'll just magically go away. Take control again. Schedule a consult for just $99. You'll meet with a Colorado licensed medical provider, take a TNPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose does not work, your entire office visit is free. Got 5 locations to better serve you, including Colorado Springs, Castle Rock, and Fort Collins. Call today. Don't put it off any longer. 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They'll help me get the skills and certifications that can get me noticed by top employers in months, not years. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Welcome to Whatever Bank. How may I barely help you today?
Hi, is there an option to open a checking account with no monthly fees?
0 monthly fees? I'm afraid not. Just think of the fee as a subscription to your own money.
You don't have to bank like that. Make the switch to Key Bank to open a Key Smart checking account with no monthly maintenance fees.
Ooh, I like that.
Learn more at key.com/keysmartchecking. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Summer weather can be full of surprises. If your home has been affected by the recent storms, trust a local professional roofer with decades of combined experience. Golden Spike Roofing is here for all your repair or roof replacement needs. Call today for a free inspection and estimate for roofing done right down to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Robbie Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
Hi, guys. This is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice. I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed, real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. We come to you quick, easy, and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule today at CumminsRecall.com.
Arby's is on your side in the fight against Big Rush Hour. Get $1 fries and sliders between 2 and 6 p.m. with the purchase of any regularly priced food item only at participating Arby's.
Arby's, we have the meats.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 1043 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Well, the business of a training camp is not done yet, as the Broncos will be back out here today. It's Packers week. They get the Packers later on, home for this preseason game.
I think it'd feel a little bit different if we had a joint practice.
I agree with you.
Like we've done in the past.
I agree with you.
Something like that to look forward to this week, but they're not doing the joint practices this year.
Nope. So we will evaluate, of course, what goes on out here today, but it being a Bronco Reaction Monday, we got a preseason game to react to, and already getting a lot of observations from a lot of you. First of all, though, I got to give a shout-out to one of our loyal viewers on our Denver Sports YouTube chat presented by Shop Honda. This is from Rand and Britt. Good morning, guys. I'm on a plane coming back to Denver. It is my 7th anniversary. Can I get a shout-out to my beautiful goddess wife, Britta? Trucker Randy in Parker.
All right, shout out.
Right.
Happy anniversary.
Shout out, yeah. Happy 7-year anniversary.
See, now you're starting to use shout out.
I agree.
In the right context.
Yep, I agree.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I like that.
Shout out to anybody who had an accident this weekend.
Right.
Hope you feel not the way it's done. Not the way it's done. Okay, I got you.
That's not a shout out.
Jason Bonney, one of our regulars, said Jonah Coleman is the real deal, and let's talk about that running game. Boy, if you are Mark had to enjoy it, right? 39 carries for 162 yards, 4.2 yards per carry. They threw the ball only 29 times, 39 runs. So you got the running game established. Sean Payton was happy with that part of the game.
I was pleased with that. And look, I thought the runners played well, and I thought we blocked them pretty well. And it's a kind of a heavy front. They'll play some base, like we'll see. But I thought all those guys. I know we had one fumble, but those guys ran hard.
Yeah. How about, Sean, specifically Jonah Coleman? John?
Just what we've been seeing, right? And then you see enough of it, and you're like, all right. When you stop needing to, and look, he's had a good camp, and I liked his balance coming out of some of the tackles, and so I thought overall that group had a good night.
Yeah, and Jared Stidham, working with Jonah Coleman and R.J. Harvey, had a good view of what those guys were doing.
He was toting the rock. I mean, obviously those guys up front did a great job of giving him some lanes, and then once he got through that second line, I mean, he was rolling. And so it was good to see, a young back like him kind of take all the coaching that's been, put on him this offseason, and see him, in live action was really good to see.
I like the way they just ran hard. There was even Harvey. There was after a rookie season in which we saw too often him try to take the ball out to the outside and just try to beat his guy around the corner, which you're not going to be doing in the NFL like you did in college. and he needed to show more about being able to run up inside the tackles. I thought he just ran hard, straight ahead. Coleman, I mean, that's what he is. That's who he is. And I was very impressed. I thought every running back that was in there, I thought when Tyler Bidet was in there, he was running hard. So maybe the message is getting through these running backs. Hey, just plant the foot in the ground, run downhill, run straight ahead, and get those 2 or 3 yard gains that are going to pay off down the road.
It will eventually pay off for you. No. And that's who Jonah Coleman is, right? I mean, he's a downhill, physical running back. So that's his style. I love it. Again, I really do. I like this running back room. If they stay healthy, that's going to be a really good group this year. And then you think about taking the pressure off of Bo Nix.
Yeah.
If this running game improves and gets better, and now all of a sudden, you're going to take pressure off of Bo Nix and the passing game.
Right. He had one run. There was a 7-yard run he had on the Broncos' third possession. They were around midfield, and it was one of those where everything was flowing right. He took the handoff. He ran right for a step, and then he planted that leg and then reversed field and went the other way and gained 7 yards. And the thing about Coleman that I like is that, and maybe this is why he dropped to the 4th round. He's certainly not big, okay?
He's thick.
He's thick, but he's not
Mike Evans thick.
He's Mike Evans thick. He's got that bubble. He's got the bubble, and but because he's not a real burner, maybe that's one of the reasons why he dropped. But think about it. This is a guy who throughout his entire college career didn't have that speed to just think I'm going to outrun everybody to the outside. So he learned during all those carries in college the art of running, inside and keeping it simple, stupid, when you run the football. And hey, it's one preseason game, but he delivered the goods as advertised.
Yeah, no, he's a downhill physical back. That's who he is. His style is physical. And so those types of running backs, he doesn't have to adjust to the NFL game.
Right.
He's going downhill. He's not trying to bounce it to the outside and outrun guys. His style is in between the tackles. So I think he's going to be a perfect fit for that running back room. And, again, Mike, I don't know. It's going to be
how do you find a role?
Right. Yeah, what is his role going to be this year, and how do you keep him off the field? We'll see what it looks like. But I think he's going to be a great addition. He's going to help the Broncos win a lot of football games.
Well, does he give you the luxury of pacing J.K. Dobbins? Meaning that you can go into the season with the idea that, hey, we can have J.K. Dobbins on a pitch count. Instead of looking to try to run him, 15, 17 times per game, maybe it's 12 to 15.
Yeah. The only problem, Mike, is, those running backs, they need to get into the rhythm, the flow of the football game. So it's almost like you're doing more harm than good by limiting their carries, right? I mean, those guys got to get in the flow of the football game. So I think Dobbins, you're just going to, hey, if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. You're not trying to go in there with some kind of plan and, let's only give him the ball 8 times because we're scared he might get hurt.
But it's not. But I'm not. Normally, I would, up until watching Coleman run, I might have said it that way. Like, hey, let's try to keep him fresh. Let's try to put him in a, kind of a regular season version of bubble wrap where we're monitoring his carries just to try to protect him. I don't know. I think this is a twofold type thing where you reduce his workload a little bit, you keep him fresh, you try to reduce some of the odds of, hey, maybe that's that next carry that he gets hurt on. Maybe you eliminate that carry because you have somebody in Coleman you really want to watch.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if they have that type of plan for Dobbins or not. I think you're just going to go into the season and say, hey, you know what? J.K. Dobbins here. And you just hope that he doesn't get hurt. But, I don't think you want to go into the regular season and live in your fears about J.K. Dobbins getting hurt. If he gets hurt, he gets hurt.
Coming up next, what did you think, Stoke, of the Broncos offense under Davis Webb? How did it look different? How did it look the same? Your thoughts on that, more observations from all you great 6 a.m. listeners, coming up next.
I'll pinky promise all of you right now.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, Brandon Stokley here from my friends at Cajun Wealth. I've been talking about Cajun Wealth for a while now, and at some point, I figured out it was time to take my own advice. So I sat down with the team at Cajun Wealth, and I became a client. Investments, tax planning, and estate planning, all under one roof with one coordinated strategy. No confusing jargon, no high-pressure sales pitch, just clear conversations with fiduciary advisors who took the time to listen and understand what I wanted to accomplish. A lot of people think they're doing fine financially, and maybe they are, but sometimes a second set of eyes can uncover opportunities you didn't know existed. That's exactly why I recommend talking with Cajun Wealth. They have offices in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. If you've ever wondered, could my financial plan be working better? This is your opportunity to find out. Give my friends at Cajun Wealth a call today. 855-TRAJAN1. That's 855-TRAJAN1. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Cajun Wealth. Plan smarter. Dream big. Advisory services through Cajun Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, and additional services through Cajun Estate and Cajun Tax. Actual client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Progressive presents a guided meditation.
Hear the birds sing. A chipmunk nibbling on an acorn. Smell the pine needles gently falling into your living room as the breeze blows through the gaping hole in your roof. Gaze up at that broken tree branch and relax, because you bundled your home and auto with Progressive and have the peace of mind of 24/7 protection. So relaxing.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We can't stop time, but we can make your day more efficient. And we can help you get fit and stay fit.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Imagine this. No more wasting time in traffic, no more crowded gyms. And here's the touchdown play. Get your family involved. Your health is your ultimate MVP, and I know staying fit is not always easy. Whether it's Rod, Carl, or myself, we shop at Fitness Gallery, and you should too. With the right equipment at home, you can train like a pro whenever it suits you. You never regret buying quality. Fitness Gallery sells commercial-grade equipment for the home. It's simply the best.
Invest in your health and happiness with Fitness Gallery. Visit one of our 7 store locations for a free home gym layout and design today.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Jane is a small business owner. Tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
The Total Solutions Advantage. No one does business like Comcast Business.
The more solutions you add, the more you save. Get started today with a qualifying internet package for as low as $60 a month when you add an advanced solution. Plus, new customers, ask how to get up to $1,500 in prepaid cards when you add 2 lines of mobile to a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Prepaid card offers end 9/13/2026.
Bluebird Windows and Doors has been servicing Colorado's Front Range for over a decade with products built for Colorado's ever-changing climate. Get windows, doors, and siding manufactured to last a lifetime, backed by strong warranties. Buy more, save more this August. When you mention you heard about Bluebird from me, Mike Evans, you'll save an additional 5%. With all the Bluebird days in Colorado, enjoy it while looking through beautiful, energy-efficient windows from Bluebird. Financing options available. Visit gobluebirdco.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird day.
Audible makes traffic less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
On this first Bronco Reaction Monday of many this season, a lot coming in, a lot of good, positive observations, impressions of what the Broncos did in the preseason opener on Friday in Atlanta. Here is Pablo and Parker on the RumbleSlot.com text line. My reaction, thank you, Davis Webb. The fact I didn't see 30 screen passes and Stiddy was able to open it up was a breath of fresh air. Joe from Denver. They looked organized. And finally, this one, Brandon in Erie. Stiddy looks so much more comfortable in Webb's system. If Stiddy for the city happens again, I'm less worried about him. All right, what'd you think of the operation, the offense, the new looks, if
Loved
any?
It.
What'd you see?
Loved
What'd you
it.
like?
I mean, you see the different things they're doing. Maybe be a little bit more aggressive, right? We might be seeing the ball down the field a little bit more this year. I like the things that they're doing in the run game with the motions and trying to get to the wide receiver in a position to block, the safety. And so overall, yeah, I mean, it's just a preseason game, but first step, man, I really did. I like that. You saw them, going down the football field there to Cortland Sutton, getting down to the 1-yard line. So, hey, it's a preseason game, but first test, Davis Webb, back. You didn't have your quarterback. We didn't have Bo. I'm looking forward to watching it this week, and Bo will play this week, Sean said. So, but first test, hey, they passed.
Yeah, and, it wasn't like it was just, all this, like, running around, motion, eye candy, all these bells and whistles. It was, in many respects, it was as basic as you can get. Like, they were under center far more than they were in the shotgun. I tracked the snaps.
What was it?
Stiddy was there. 19 snaps under center, 14 in shotgun.
You just don't see that a lot anymore.
No. You had a fullback out there, our guy Prentice. A number of snaps they came out with Stiddy under center in a power eye, with the fullback and the tailback. So there was just a lot of like line up. Let's win at the line of scrimmage, and the offensive line gave some really, really good clean pockets, and Stidham had a really good game. All right, Sean Payton, this is the guy. Davis Webb, you anointed. You gave up the play calling. First impressions for Davis Webb, Sean.
We're not thinking that. Meaning he's thinking of having his best night tonight.
Really? So you're not worried?
No. Because he's thinking of having his best night tonight, and that's how I would approach it the same way. Like, and I think all the self-scout and the opponent stuff, and then what they're doing defensively, how they play defense is a little different. So, yeah, we're not thinking that far ahead. It's a good question, but I think he's thinking about, like, man, getting that confidence going with the group and the run game and the play action.
So he was talking about they're not looking forward to Kansas City right now, right?
Right.
I mean, they're just worried about right now. And obviously, Kansas City's a long ways away still. You still got a couple preseason games. So, yeah, you're as an offense and Davis Webb, you're just trying to get better, right? And it was a good first step, though.
Jared Stidham, what'd you think?
He's been great. I can't speak highly enough of Davis and everything that he's meant to me, since coming here, but also the room and just seeing him kind of grow into this new role that he's got. I mean, he's going to be really, really good for a really long time.
The other thing that stood out to me, plays were coming in quickly, breaking the huddle quickly, getting up to the line of scrimmage. I can only think of maybe one or two times where they snapped the ball with less than 5 seconds left on the play clock. Most of the time, they were coming up, and there was still, 12, 18 seconds when they were up to the line of scrimmage, 12, 15 seconds still left when they were snapping the ball. So the efficiency of the offense seemed to be a lot smoother.
Yeah, and you can tell that's been a point of emphasis here during training camp. When they're out here at practice, I mean, they are getting in and out of the huddle quickly, getting to the line of scrimmage, getting ready to go, and the order of operations that has been impressive. But you can tell it's been a point of emphasis during training camp, and they did a good job with it during the game. But the quicker you get to the line of scrimmage, when you do have motions and shifts, and you can let your quarterback be able to see what the defense is playing, the better off you are offensively.
But it never seemed rushed, right? It wasn't like they were hurrying to the line of scrimmage. It was just a nice flow. They were coming out, breaking the huddle, and getting up there to the line of scrimmage, and it was a very relaxed operation than compared to what we've seen in the past. Now, how much of that is what? What is that? Is the play calling, the plays less complex, the way that you spit them out?
I don't think so.
Less personnel packages coming in and out. I mean, it was noticeable. So why?
Well, I mean, we'll see what it looks like moving forward. But that was one of my things that I didn't really love that the Broncos offense was doing. Was they had way too many personnel groups coming in and out of the lineup during the regular season the last few years. So I didn't like that. I didn't think that helped Bo Nix out. I didn't think it helped this offense out. So that slows things down. And so now we'll see. We'll see what Davis Webb's approach is, if he's going to be doing that or not. But, getting the play in quickly, getting the personnel groups on the football field quickly, getting to the line of scrimmage, and getting going. I mean, obviously that's going to help the offense out. But, yes, it looked a lot different.
And by the way, by my recollection, correct me if I'm wrong, I did not see a screen pass like the screens that we saw so much of last year until late in the second quarter when they were facing a 3rd and 19. They tried to throw one of those quick screens out to the left, and it got blown up for a 1-yard gain.
Well,
but as far as screens, that's the only one I can. But that's the only one I can remember.
Right.
Now, you were running the ball well, right?
Yes.
So, maybe Sean's argument would be, well, we ran so many screens last year because we struggled running the football. I would think that he would probably prefer to run the football than throwing screens. So, they ran 39 times for 162 yards. They were running the ball effectively. Hopefully, you keep that up. Less screens.
There you go.
I only counted one screen in the first while the starters were out there.
Yeah, but you will see screens.
I know.
We will see screens.
As long as we don't see, 12 of them during the course of a game. I'll take a couple. Let's just limit it to just a couple. How about that? All right. It is a Bronco Reaction Monday. We'll give you a chance. We'll open up the text line, the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Also, the Denver Sports YouTube chat, Broncos Country. What did you see that you liked in the first preseason game? And Von Miller has a new home. We'll tell you where next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is happening? Don't get for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they got some great upcoming auctions that will be ending next week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free. It's easy. It's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great items. Got a Parker Arms and Gunsmithing auction that will be ending next Monday. It's got ammunition, firearm accessories, gun safes, tools, retail fixtures, and so much more. And then the following day, we got a contractor's vehicle tools and equipment auction that will be going down. Also, next week, got a government computer police evidence auction. Next week is packed full of some unbelievable auctions. This is what I love about Roller Auction, is they're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. So go see it all and get yourself one of those great deals only at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Tom's Garage Doors, Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, CEO of Don's Garage Doors. Garage doors have an amazing sense of timing. They break when you're already late for work, trying to get the kids to school, or heading out for vacation. That's why we offer same-day service. Call by 10 a.m. for same-day service, or schedule the day that works best for you. If we can't make it happen, you get $300 towards your repair or replacement. Call Don's Garage Doors.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years guaranteed? Thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through August 24th, get the best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
All right, Broncos country, listen up. Philip Lindsay here. And for stress-free summer travel, I chose Hermes Worldwide. Forget the airport chaos. Hermes Worldwide offers comfortable, reliable transportation for your airport transfers and more. They're dependable, they're professional, so you can focus on your vacation. Make your summer travel easy. Give them a call today at 303-577-7600, or you can visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
The Tree Farms 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 20th. It's our biggest sale of the year with thousands of carry-out size trees that are easy to handle and easy to plant. Buy the first tree at regular price and get a second tree for only 50 cents. Choose from thousands of shade trees, flowering trees, fruit trees, evergreen trees, ornamental trees, and more. The Tree Farms 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 20th.
I-25 to exit 235. Then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
Will your money last as long as you do? Retirement should be about enjoying life, not worrying about outliving your savings. At AJM Financial, we build retirement strategies to help protect and grow your savings, reduce risk, lower taxes where possible, and maximize your income in retirement. Schedule your complimentary retirement confidence review at 800-467-0737, 800-467-0737, and tune into Adam Moeller's Mile High Money Radio Saturdays at 8 a.m. on 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, Rob Biandino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled about 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. Man, I see so many bad stops on these DUIs, unlawful arrests, the police putting body cams off, the evidence is sketchy. We got to go get the evidence. We go find those cameras. us. The stores, the ATMs, the banks. We got the experts to challenge their breath test, their blood test. My office has over 100 years experience at this stuff. Hit me up at beattheda.com or 720-706-5151.
Did you know Skechers makes high-performance footwear for almost every sport you play? Here's what our athletes are saying.
Hi, I'm pro basketball player OG Anunoby. I dominate in Skechers basketball. Skechers delivers championship-level performance.
I'm WNBA star Jackie Young. Skechers keeps me quick, comfortable, and ready for anything.
And you can get high-performance Skechers and hands-free slip-ins technology. Just step in and perform.
I'm pro golfer Matt Fitzpatrick. I play in hands-free Skechers golf slip-ins.
Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or whatever high-performance sports shoes are sold.
Kenny here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with 0 sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union.
Love where you live, love where you bank. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Live from Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. Another week, our final week out here of Broncos training camp. Second preseason game coming up later this week against the Green Bay Packers here at home. But today, Bronco Reaction Monday, looking back on the performance Friday night against the Atlanta Falcons, an impressive-looking win. Pretty dominant performance by the Broncos, especially their starters, getting you a chance to weigh in. RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. How about Evan Ingram picking up a linebacker for a solid block that led to a Jonah Coleman first down? I like to keep a running, taking notes while the course of the game. And when Ingram caught that from their own 6-yard line, they just had a illegal man in downfield penalty, so it was a 1st and 15, and they're at their own 6. Stidham in a shotgun, drops back, and hits Ingram down the seam for a 24-yard gain. And I wrote in my notes, that's the play, seam ripper.
Yeah.
That's when I was guzzling from the fire hose that was Evan Ingram's going to be the Joker last year. That was what I had in mind. And so give me more of that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like this year from the tight end position. We haven't seen a lot here at training camp that gives you a lot of optimism that it's going to be a lot better than what we've seen in the past. But you know what? That was a nice play, and it's going to be interesting to see if the tight end does get more involved this year and if Bo is looking towards Ingram, Trout, maybe a little Joe Lee. But that was nice to see.
Another one here. I thought R.J. Harvey looked a lot better, more decisive. He talked during minicamp about how during the offseason he really studied a lot of running backs, and I give him a lot of credit because I think he understood. He heard the criticism, saw it himself on tape. I got to be a better inside runner. And so he put the work in, he studied, and at least for the first impressions, opening night, preseason, he looked a lot more decisive when it came to running up inside the tackles.
Yeah, I think just being more comfortable with the NFL game, the offense, and knowing what you have to do at this level as a running back. And I think a lot of people think the running back position, you go from college to NFL, there's not much of a learning curve there. You run the ball, right? Break tackles, and that's what you do. There's not a whole lot of thinking there, but I think for a guy like Harvey who got away, I think, with being able to bounce the ball to the outside, using his speed in college. That just wasn't the case last year. So you have to be more comfortable with just sometimes, between the tackles, putting your head down and getting those 2 or 3 yards.
Always enjoy watching on our Denver Sports YouTube chat presented by Champ Honda. I love it when the viewers go back and forth against each other. Here's Rosewood 393. Not being a Debbie Downer, but need to at least acknowledge how bad the Falcons are. Kudos to the Broncos for executing and beating a team they were supposed to beat. Tua is washed. But Jason Bonney came back and fought back and pushed back. You play how you practice, preseason or not. The execution was superb. Good starting point unless you are just a pessimist. Listen, after last year watching them barely get past the Raiders 10-7, after watching them barely get past the Jets 13-11, you're not going to hear me at all during the season, if they beat a bad team and beat them soundly, say, whoa, how much can we take out of it because of the competition? I think you can take a lot out of it if you can go out and beat soundly the teams you're supposed to beat. And that's what they did the other night.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bad football teams in the NFL. Go out there and take care of your business. Play good football. And that's what the Broncos were able to do. So that's what you're supposed to do against bad football teams. I love it. I love it.
From Chris 289er, all I have is 4 words. Stiddy for the city. Oh, is Stiddy back in Broncos country's good graces?
I mean,
Jared Stidman.
You look, I think he was put in a real tough situation last year, obviously. So, hey, I don't know how Broncos aren't you the spokesperson for Broncos country?
I am.
So, I mean,
I think that was encouraging, but I think the jury's still. I think Broncos country still needs a whole lot more.
Well, of course,
convincing when it comes to Stiddy.
I think a lot of people were upset, but he was put in a tough situation. So I can't wait to see what the Tribe of Hate says at 10:00 today.
Watch, they'll go crazy with optimism and talking up all the great things that happened during the game on Friday. The moment they have to talk about Stiddy, they'll be like, well, it was just a preseason game.
Yeah.
Just a preseason game.
Yeah.
Let's not get too excited. Just a preseason game. Von Miller has a new home, and can't wait for that introductory press conference with Von when he says, it's always been my dream to play for the Cowboys. Being from Texas, it's always been my dream.
I've been thinking about it a lot in the shower.
Von Miller signing on with the Cowboys. Not a bad fit for him.
Huh? No, I think it's great. Obviously, he's from Texas, played at Texas A&M, so good for Von. Still doing it. So we'll see what it looks like. See how much he has left in the tank. How old is Von right now? 36, 37?
He'll be 30. This is age 37 season coming up.
All right, wow, still going.
But he had 9 sacks last year.
Yeah.
You know. But think about this. So what? This is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So in the last 6 years, this will be his 1, 2, 3, 4, 15.
Wow.
Broncos, Rams, Buffalo, Washington, now Dallas. And it would seem at this stage of his career, for as long as he wants to continue to play, it might just be every year he goes somewhere different.
Yeah,
mercenary for hire.
Yeah, that's
nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean that's what I was doing. Late in my career. It's hard because these teams are looking for young guys, cheaper guys.
Yep.
But so that's kind of what you have to do most of the time.
Well, we wish him the best of luck, and Von Miller still ticking at age 37. Mark joins us. Get his impressions. 39 carries for 162 yards.
Ooh.
4.2 yards per carry. A couple of those 2-yard runs that pay dividends later on. Probably won't be able to wipe the smile off his face for the next 3 hours. He joins us next.
Catch up on everything happening at DenverSports.com. Weeknights from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with Denver Sports Tonight. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app.
Cecil Lammy here from my friend SodaDietNutrition.com. Listen, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Soda taught me how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And with a degreed nutritionist, they set up a dynamic diet plan for me, for my schedule, for my food reactions, for my food preferences that helped me lose the weight naturally. And that's the thing. There's no shots, there's no pills, no mystery chemicals you're putting in your body. It's just knowing how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And being trained that way by soda has allowed me to lose the 60 pounds and then keep it off even 5 years later. You want to lose that weight, stop hiding on those summer pictures, right? I get it, man. When I was overweight, I didn't really like my picture taken. And now I love it. Get me to the front, baby. Confidence back, swagger back. I look and feel 10 years younger. It's simply amazing. And you get 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. 866-800-SODA and mention the fan for 4 weeks free on their big summer deal. It's SOTA. You can say it with me. State of the art.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Brandon Stokley here for ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Time is running out. Heat pump rebates are being cut in half October 1st. Heat pumps are the best option for your home. They cool in the summer and heat in the winter. They offer superior comfort and efficiency compared to your old air conditioner and furnace. The countdown is on. Don't wait. Colorado's heat pump experts, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has stood beside Colorado families after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion won, we know how to fight for you. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WillHiteWins.com. That's WillHiteWins.com.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Hey guys, are you an experienced sheet metal worker ready for more than just a job? Join Smart Local 9 for family-supported wages, employer-paid health care, and secure retirement with pension and 401k. Experience the power of collective bargaining. Visit smw9.com, where pride meets your future.
At Applied Future Technologies, they use AI and automation to solve real business problems. How much time does your team lose to repetitive tasks, manual data entry, and searching through information? They build practical solutions around your organization's unique needs. Tools that organize and analyze information, streamline workflows, reduce backlogs, and support faster decisions. Give your team more time to focus on what matters most. Discover what Applied Future Technologies can automate for you at appliedfuture.com.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option. Do your homework first. Remember, once your joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Denver. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. A conversation and consultation are totally free. Call today, 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
The average cost of a first-time DUI in Colorado is over $13,000, and a conviction gives you a criminal record. Make a plan for a sober ride before the party begins. Don't underestimate impairment.
This segment on The Fan is served up by Jack's Modern Steakhouse.
KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous Monday morning after a wild weekend of weather, depending on where you may have been hanging out this weekend. We welcome you to Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, as we're down to the last few days of our coverage out here at training camp, but we are not really looking ahead so much to today's practice as looking back on Friday's preseason opener. And I'll get all the qualifiers out there. It's just the preseason. It's not that good of an Atlanta team. But, guys, I thought they checked pretty much every box you wanted them to check going into this game when we when we talked about the things we wanted to see. And then when you look at the dominance at times that they exhibited, hey, I just came away. It's one game, but that's all we have to go on right now. They look like Mark Schlereth, a pretty good football team.
Yeah, not only a good football team, great depth, but physically they came out like the difference in attitude. And before you just say, hey, man, Atlanta is not very good, Atlanta is the most talented team in that division by far. And last season, Atlanta set the all-time sacks record for their franchise. So they can rush the passer, they can play, they've got talent, and we walked out there as a football team and absolutely bludgeoned them. And I was so happy because I was thinking about you two clowns when they lined up.
You and me?
And yes, you two clowns.
2 minutes in.
Yeah,
that
you
didn't
two
take
clowns.
long.
No, it's not going to take long.
I know where this is going.
You two, when they just lined up in their first two drives in 21 personnel fullbacks, and they lined up in 12 personnel, and they just said, we're going to bludgeon you fools. 3rd down and 1, hand it to the fullback. I'm telling you, there were a couple of double teams between Quinn Miners and McGlinchey that made me want to put a tie on the doorknob. I was like, holy Moses. I mean, you want to talk about ass whooping. It was fun. For me, it was fun stuff to watch. And then I thought Stiddy was great. They did a great job of finding the one-on-ones. The long pass to Cortland Sutton to set them up on their first touchdown. They just get quarters. They get into 2-by-2. They tie up both safeties. And you know, you've got outside leverage by the corner, and Stiddy just puts a ball up there that says, hey, man, it's not a dime piece. It's just put it up there because I know I've got one-on-one and I've got leverage with my 6'3" wide receiver. Let him go get it. But it was, from me, the neck up, the decision, understanding what the defense was, and then executing the play. They did it all night long, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, no, nice start for Stidham, obviously. We remember the last game, the AFC Championship game didn't go well. But nice job by him getting a chance to go out there and get a start and make a few plays. And that running game, though, you know, that to me, when you see that and you think about, okay, how can that and how will that help Bo Nix out this year? having some kind of consistent run game would be huge for this offense and huge for Bo Nix.
You had to like, Mark, the idea that after all the wondering about what would a Davis Webb offense look like, they came out, and I charted of their first 33 snaps, 19 under center, 14 in shotgun. You've always been preaching the idea of be under center more. They had the fullback. They had some classic I formations. They had a couple offset I formations with the fullback out there. I mean, there was some movement, but for the most part, things were pretty, they got up to the line of scrimmage, and they remained pretty static. They just kind of just lined up and said, here we go.
Right.
And they just beat the guy across from them, and you saw the results.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Kind of basic and old school.
Right. It's going to be, it reminds me of 90s football, but it's going to be really interesting to see what next week holds. Because if this week was, we're going to line up and show you that physically we're going to bludgeon you guys, and we're going to line up in heavy formations early and just beat the snot out of you. If that was the case, and that was the game plan going in, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments they make, week 2 against the Green Bay Packers. Is it the same? Is that what your North Star is? Is this what you are going to be? Or is that like, hey, that was for this week. Let's now expand upon it, and let's see what else we can do. But it was amazing. By the way, I got to make a shout-out because I was walking up here.
Shout-outs?
Yeah, shout-out. This is how you properly shout somebody out.
Okay.
Shout-out to the waste management guy that was dumping the porta potty. Lord knows I've blown it up enough. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking care of the porta potty right outside of the Broncos facility. He listens to the show all the time.
All right.
He was like, steak! And I was like, yeah, buddy, waste management, let's go! And it's clean right now. So,
All right.
yeah, if you want to use it during a break, Stokley, it's all yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Christen it.
Yeah.
Christen
All
it for the week. He
Yeah.
always gets uncomfortable when we talk about this stuff.
Oh, I know.
He starts
I know.
getting
There's,
uncomfortable.
there's certain things he doesn't like. Like moving quotes, you could see him tighten up.
Yeah.
And then when we talk about poop.
Yeah.
By the way, you came up on the golf course yesterday. So we were doing the Siltahar Foundation golf tournament annual. We go out there and do that. And Zach was playing. Lodo Chad Andrus was playing with us. And
I thought Phil too.
Phil couldn't make it. Phil had to tap
Phil
out.
pulled a Mike Evans and no-showed.
No, but he let me know.
Oh.
I just no-showed.
Right, okay.
Did he call you at 4 a.m. to say, hey, as you can hear, I'm not
too
feeling too well. And
wondering if
give you
there's
one of
any way
those?
you could bail me out again.
No, he gave me plenty of heads up.
Okay, good.
So I went to the bullpen. Lodo Chad came in, but we were at somebody. I think Chad asked Zach, what is Stokley a scratch golfer? I chuckled when I heard that, and then Zach said, no, he's about a 7 or an 8 or something like that. And then Zach said, you'd think he'd be better with all the golf he plays.
Yeah. No, I should be better. I should be better, but I played some good golf this weekend, though.
That's
silly. It's established.
That's all you're gonna say, huh?
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
Well,
I mean, I should be better. I told you that.
You don't want to take any shots at
He
Zach?
can't be that guy. No, I mean, Zach's awful. I mean,
He got better. He's getting better.
Okay. Well, that's good.
He still got that's still should be. He's
Yeah.
so long. He should be piping it, but he's getting better.
That's
I
good
hadn't
to hear.
seen- I hadn't
I
seen
like
him-
hearing that.
I hadn't seen him in a year, and so he is getting better. So
I like to hear that.
All right. We have a lot to react to. It is a Bronco Reaction Monday. Want to hear from you. RamosLaw.com text line, your observations, impressions of the game, 303-713-1043. Also on our Denver Sports YouTube chat, presented by Champ Honda. You can weigh in there. Tight-knit fraternity group on the chat there, so join that group. Up next, did Jarrett Stidham play well enough to maybe get some of his critics, like the Tribe of Hate, off his back for a little bit? That's next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammey and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 1043 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
You know, your home is your greatest asset. Investing in it with new windows from Bluebird Windows will save you money now and for many years to come. They are an investment that will keep paying dividends. Plus, they look so good it'll make your house the envy of the neighborhood. Get to know Bluebird Windows and Doors. Work with Brian, their owner, really good dude. He'll explain why their windows are far superior and more energy efficient than the lowest bidder builder-grade windows that are in your house right now. All this August, it's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% off your window, door, and siding projects. Mention my name. Get an additional 5% off. Financing is available locally and family-owned for 20 years. Go to gobluebirdco.com and make today a Bluebird Day.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Recently talked to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Told me that over this last year, last couple of years, it's gone from crazy hot to price declining. People haven't seen it in quite some time here in Denver, Colorado. But if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it. Still get top dollar. Believe it or not, Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you guys agree upon beforehand, he's going to scratch you a check for, get this, $5,000. Come on, nobody else makes that offer, and he makes that offer because he continues to spend a boatload of money marketing his listings. Has about 100 families, as I speak, approved and ready to buy. If you have a house, Troy probably has the perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him at 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy. Get your home sold for the most money. 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford, RE/MAX Professionals, Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? They call my buddy Troy. 720-900-4433.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
Kwiat Diamonds, a legacy of brilliance since 1907.
We're proud at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood to have been chosen as Colorado's exclusive Kwiat diamond jeweler.
From Kwiat's Mine to Shine diamond, the natural diamond cut, polished, and designed just for you.
To Kwiat's red carpet collections of designer jewelry, including American Beauty, Lyric, and Kwiat Star. They're all here.
Kwiat diamond rings and diamond studs, Kwiat diamond bracelets, and Riviera necklaces have long been the toast of Fifth Avenue.
Because Kwiat's whiter, brighter, and larger-looking diamonds cut to the world's highest standards.
I'm Dylan Williams. Shayna and I invite you to come experience the breathtaking beauty of Kwiat diamond jewelry for yourself.
Or the one you love.
For the American beauty in your life.
At Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, Colorado's exclusive Kwiat jeweler.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we and make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
The truck driver wasn't paying attention and crashed straight into you. Now you're paying the price. You're looking at surgeries, missed work, and more. Call the truck crash lawyers at Berg Simpson Law Firm. Berg Simpson has been helping truck crash victims for 50 years. And with over $50 million recovered after truck crashes, our results speak for themselves. Call our team today and let us fight for every dollar you deserve.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 104.3 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Live from Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, as we are out here for another week of Broncos training camp. And then later this week, the second preseason game hosting the Green Bay Packers. No joint practice this week. This would have been what we would have figured to be the ideal week for a joint practice, but that will not be happening. We did get to see the Broncos opening night first preseason game, and it was a good one. Dominant performance, beating Atlanta 27-7, and guys wondering how Jarrett Stidham would react or perhaps carry around what happened in that AFC Championship game. He clearly not defeated by it, not bummed out by it. He came out and played loose, played confidently, played with a certain amount of swagger. He was slinging it around on Friday night. At one point, he was 5 of 6 for 99 yards. He threw that touchdown on a nice play there where he was able to get away from pressure and moving right, throwing off his back foot, was able to find Jaleel McLaughlin for the touchdown. At one point, guys, after the Broncos had just 4 possessions, they were outgaining Atlanta 217-34. So at that point, it was a 17-0 lead. So when you want to talk about the idea of, what did it look like with our starters out there, their starters out there? Well, what it looked like, Stoke, and the
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to Aero Seal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Siltahar Motors, where Colorado goes for the best deals, the best selection, and people who treat you right. Ford is ranked #1 in quality by J.D. Power, and Siltahar has the best selection of top-quality Ford trucks and SUVs in Colorado. F-150, Bronco Explorer, and Ranger at 0% financing, no payments for 90 days, thousands in cash back. Plus, a large selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, warrantied, and backed by a 5-day exchange with top dollar for your trade. Family-owned, Ford dealerships in Colorado since 1960, STHmotors.com, or Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Michelle here. Look, in sports, the best teams know when to make their move. Sherwin-Williams is making theirs with 30% off Duration, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products. August 14th through the 24th. You know, I'm looking at these studio walls and I'm thinking I wouldn't mind a little more red in here. Get that Cardinal spirit going. Yeah, I like that. Order online, get everything delivered right to your door, or swing by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Sarcoma. Odds are you've never heard that word before. But for the 40 people diagnosed with sarcoma every day, it is a life-changing word. Life-changing and devastating because sarcoma is cancer. Sarcoma is a cancer of bone and soft tissue more prevalent in children than in adults. More than 6,000 people lose their lives to sarcoma each year. Treatment options for sarcoma are limited, and new therapies are desperately needed. More research and increased awareness is necessary to find a cure for a cancer that you probably didn't even know existed until now. Through awareness, advocacy, and research, the Sarcoma Foundation of America is determined to help those affected by this forgotten cancer, to bring hope to the children and adults whose lives are forever changed by a word they had never heard before. Please help us in the fight to find the cure for sarcoma. For more information on sarcoma and the work of the Sarcoma Foundation of America, please go to curesarcoma.org.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing? I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
What is the greatest gift you can give the world? The gift of hope. Trees for the Future has a sustainable solution to hunger, poverty, and bettering the planet through Trees for the Future's regenerative agricultural method, the forest garden approach. They teach impoverished farmers in developing countries how to plant themselves out of poverty by creating thriving ecosystems made up of over 60 species of trees and over 30 varieties of fruits and vegetables. Farmers can maximize crop yields to provide consistent income and nutrition for their families. In the last 30 years, tens of millions of trees have been planted, and thousands of farmers have successfully revitalized their degraded land. When you give hope for our planet and its people. Find out how to plant seeds of hope this season at trees.org/radio. That's trees.org/radio. A tree can change a life.
Together,
we can turn a stairwell into an ER at a moment's notice. Together, we can turn a rescue ship for refugees into a maternity ward. Together, we can vaccinate 710,000 people in just 11 days. Together, we can deliver medical care where the need is greatest. Together, we are Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders goes where others don't to provide life-saving medical care to people caught in crisis situations around the world. Learn more at doctorswithoutborders.org.
Veterans face treacherous situations filled with peril while serving our country. Many veterans come home physically injured, suffering with PTSD, have traumatic brain injuries or other ailments. Treatment is available, but we need your help. Help Heal Veterans, with the support of generous citizens like you, improves veterans' lives on a daily basis across the United States. For over 45 years, Help Heal Veterans has provided over 30 million therapeutic art kits and craft projects to these critically injured veterans, at no charge to them. Doctors, therapists, and brain injury experts recommend this type of therapy. Since the beginning of World War I, over 100 years ago, art and craft therapy has proven to improve gross motor skills, improve memory, and lessen anger issues in healing veterans. To volunteer or learn more, visit healvets.org. Help a veteran. Visit healvets.org.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something. Something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
All right, we're back. We're back. Yes. Give me your best Vance Joseph. We're back. Yeah, had some technical difficulties out here that affected the entire complex out here. All the Wi-Fi went down, affected everybody out here. So we are back. Rock and Roll Brian was scrambling furiously.
Yes, he was.
And I can't help but wonder what I just witnessed firsthand is basically what happens to you every Friday when you're on the road trying to get powered up to do a remote broadcast for us from, let's say, Jacksonville.
Yeah. When Brian said, I found it, it's tethered, I was like, yes, I know that word, tethered. Yeah, it is, when technology works, it is awesome.
It's awesome.
When technology doesn't work, I will drop a couple of F-bombs and throw something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just how it works.
Rock and Roll Brian's a professional, but I can only imagine when you would have issues, how you're scrambling, and Johnny Whiplash is patiently trying to talk you through it.
Right.
And you're like, but it won't go on.
Yeah, exactly. It just drives me nuts, but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back.
Well, Stoke had to run to the bathroom. It's too bad, by the way, that we lost you.
I can't wait to get the rundown on the facilities over there, Waste Management. Just clean that thing out. So I'm assuming Stoke might be the first guy to christen it.
He might be. But, boy, it's too bad, too, because we didn't know how long we were off. And Stoke, man,
it was the best.
What do you think?
The summer of Stokley has been, he's off, then he's on, then he's off, then he's on. And so I
The
thought,
shingles,
right,
and everything
shingles.
like that,
So I thought he had one of his best, most salient, kind of points about the Broncos and about the quarterback situation, and then we were off. And you know what? You bring that back though, as we talk about the battle for number 2. I thought Ellinger played well.
Yeah.
And I will say this, we were talking about the potential of Taysom Hill as a signee. Ellinger can do some of that stuff. Like, Ellinger is athletic.
You're going to line him up at fullback?
No. I'm talking about quarterback run stuff and all
I got you.
all that kind of stuff. As we saw him, get out to the edge on a couple of sweeps and some other things, he's incredibly athletic. So he gives you an added dimension that makes a defense have to prepare for that stuff. So anyhow, I still think Stiddy is the guy, but I was impressed with what Ellinger did as well.
So the way that Stiddy played, and we know he's always been a Sean guy. He was one of Sean's first hires here. One of the first free agent signings was Jarrett Stidham. He certainly pumped up Stidham into the AFC Championship game. So that performance was very good by Jarrett Stidham. Did that clinch the backup quarterback job for him?
No, I don't think it clinched it. I think it gives him a leg up. But, first and foremost, if you watch the protection, that was clinic. What the Broncos did up front, don't rest on your laurels, boys, because I will rip you. But what you did up front was flipping awesome. And so, from a protection standpoint, right from the first pass, where they just run comeback to Pat Bryant, and that protection was, dude, you could have set up a campfire back there. It was unreal. And so, he set up. Pat Bryant runs the corner off, bam, puts his foot in the ground, comes back down the stem, and Stiddy just absolutely lets it eat. They get a tailback out in the flat, to hold the flat defender. But it was beautifully executed. The throw to Cortland Sutton had great protection on that. Like I talked about earlier, outside leverage. You
Mark Schlereth, a pretty good football team.
Yeah, not only a good football team, great depth, but physically they came out like the difference in attitude. And before you just say, hey, man, Atlanta is not very good, Atlanta is the most talented team in that division by far. And last season, Atlanta set the all-time sacks record for their franchise. So they can rush the passer, they can play, they've got talent, and we walked out there as a football team and absolutely bludgeoned them. And I was so happy because I was thinking about you two clowns when they lined up.
You and me?
And yes, you two clowns.
2 minutes in.
Yeah,
that
you
didn't
two
take
clowns.
long.
No, it's not going to take long.
I know where this is going.
And you two, when they just lined up in their first 2 drives in 21 personnel fullbacks, and they lined up in 12 personnel, and they just said, we're going to bludgeon you fools. 3rd down and 1, hand it to the fullback. I'm telling you, there were a couple of double teams between Quinn Miners and McGlinchey that made me want to put a tie on the doorknob. That I was like, holy Moses. You want to talk about ass whooping. It was fun. For me, it was fun stuff to watch. And then I thought Stiddy was great. They did a great job of finding the one-on-ones. The long pass to Cortland Sutton to set them up on their first touchdown. They just get quarters. They get into 2-by-2. They tie up both safeties. And you got outside leverage by the corner, and Stiddy just puts a ball up there that says, "Hey, man, it's not a dime piece. It's just put it up there because I know I've got one-on-one and I've got leverage with my 6'3" wide receiver. Let him go get it." But it was, from me, the neck up, the decision, understanding what the defense was, and then executing the play. They did it all night long, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, no, nice start for Stidham. Obviously, we remember the last game, the AFC Championship game didn't go well. But nice job by him, getting a chance to go out there and get a start and make a few plays. And that running game, though, that to me, when you see that and you think about, okay, how will that help Bo Nix out this year? Having some kind of consistent run game would be huge for this offense and huge for Bo Nix.
You had to like, Mark, the idea that after all the wondering about what would a Davis Webb offense look like, they came out, and I charted of their first 33 snaps, 19 under center. 14 in shotgun. You've always been preaching the idea of being under center more. They had the fullback. They had some classic I formations. They had a couple offset I formations with the fullback out there. I mean, there was some movement, but for the most part, things were pretty, they got up to the line of scrimmage, and they remained pretty static. They just kind of just lined up and said, here we go.
Right.
And they just beat the guy across from them, and you saw the results.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Kind of basic and old. Yeah, as we roll on here from Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, let's just keep that conversation going here, guys, when it comes to Jarrett Stidham and what we saw from him. And let's face it, it was an offseason that was dominated by and it was fueled by the Tribe of Hate. But it wasn't just them. There were a lot of people down on Jarrett Stidham. And the idea maybe that, hey, time to move on. Let's get a change of scenery, change a backup quarterback scenery, just for the sake of change. And Stidham was asked about it after the game. If he heard the talk during the offseason about Broncos country perhaps being a little down on him.
Yeah, look, I think I feel like one of the things I try to hang my hat on is just kind of putting my nose down and just working. And obviously it didn't go our way in the championship game, but it's football, and so there's got to be a winner, there's got to be a loser, and if you get knocked down, you got to get right back up and get right back to work, and that's what it was, the entire offseason. So just really proud of the group of guys today, just coming back out, finally getting to go against somebody else, and doing a really good job.
He heard the talk, Stoke. I mean, there's just no way he wasn't aware of what people was saying about him.
Of course. So, you go out there and you play a good football game. You execute at a high level. You score some points. I mean, that's what you want to do in a preseason game, right? And especially for a guy like him who he didn't have a start in a couple years, and next thing you know, he's starting the AFC Championship game. That's not an ideal situation. So good job by him. Bouncing back and having a good, solid game, being able to go back out there with the first group and play the way that he played, I think that was awesome.
I think one thing about a quarterback position, you got to wear it. There were plenty of other things that didn't go right. And you can, if you're petty or you're immature, you can point the fingers at the other things that didn't go right. Just wear it, go back to work, and your teammates respect you for that. Everybody in that building knows all the things that went wrong in that AFC Championship game that weren't Stiddy's fault. But the easiest thing in the world to do is see that one play on the screen where there were breakdowns all over the place, as Stokley's talked about a bunch. And, bottom line is he's the one that has to wear that. And so good for him. And then to come out here, and it's just a preseason game. I get it.
Right.
It's just a preseason game. But it's the only thing you get to do that measures you. And he was measured, and he played really well.
Yeah, he did. He never looked tentative. He looked confident, and when he had a chance to throw it, he was slinging it. So good for him. Sean Payton, how'd you feel about the way your guy Stiddy played?
He's been great, and it wasn't just a disappointment for him. It was I was disappointed myself. Like, when you lose a game like that and you go back and look at it closely, the margins in that game. And so he's been, look, one of his strengths is his resiliency, and I think he's got a little bit of that it factor that he can come in, get the, he's really good with the operation, quick, with the play, his experience and his comfort level with how we're calling it. So I thought he handled it well.
So, if there is a legitimate battle, Stoke, for the second quarterback job, then you got to figure Bo starts on against the Packers, and then Ellinger needs to get the chance to be next up, right? And at least work with some of the ones, some of the twos. I mean, if you're
no, that's not going to happen. I mean, he said Bo's playing in game 2 and 3. So
no, after Bo.
Oh,
who comes in after
Bo?
After Bo. Because if you're going to have a legitimate backup quarterback competition, Ellinger has to run with the twos, right?
I mean, is it a legitimate backup quarterback situation? Like, I mean, are they in a competition?
I haven't been given any indication to think they're not. Have you?
Well,
Ellinger was getting a ton of reps last week with the number twos.
He has been. So I don't know if they are or not. I really don't think it is. I think it's going to be Jared Stidham at number 2, and then Ellinger will be the third guy. I really don't think it's a competition for the backup job. I think they're going to keep all 3, and I think it's going to be Stidham 2 and Ellinger 3.
Yeah, I agree with you, although it wouldn't surprise me at all to see Ellinger get the number 2 reps going into this Green Bay game. That wouldn't surprise me, just to see how you respond. Again, I thought he came in that second half last week, and I thought he played really well. I mean, he just pushed the ball down the field, knew where he wanted to go, had a couple of plays to what was the guy's name? It was
Man-Jack.
Yeah, Man-Jack.
Man-Jack's got to make this football team.
Dude, Man-Jack is
Man-Jack.
And don't they have like a deodorant, every Man-Jack? And he's Man-Jack?
Man-Jack?
Man-Jack for the Man-Jack?
I mean, to me, the greatest football name ever is Stonebreaker.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was a linebacker for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I remember it.
Stonebreaker's the greatest NFL name ever. Man-Jack.
Man-Jack. Whew. Right? I mean, if your name is Man-Jack, you've got to have a place on this team.
Gotta, right?
So he had a couple of great throws to Man-Jack. Yep. And I was thinking about you, Stokley.
Me.
White guy trying to make
Man-Jack
the team.
the 4th.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's the 4th.
He's the 4th.
He's a 4th?
Yeah, Man-Jack the 4th.
Comes from a long line of Man-Jacks.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine? I wonder where it came from. Man-Jack. You got to come from Eastern European, stock, right? Just cutting down.
That name
trees
had
and
to be
stuff.
Americanized, right? At some point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And somebody with a really good sense of humor back in that family's lineage just said, "We're turning this to Man-Jack."
Yeah, because they grew up. They had to grow up as loggers, right? Don't you think? Don't you think they were like, as we were expanding west, go west, young man? They were the guys that were sawing down trees, the Man-Jacks. We got to get the Man-Jacks in here to create Oklahoma, something like that.
Man-Jacks know how to corduroy.
Yo, you know they do.
They know
they
how to
have
corduroy.
built a road or two
Yes,
in
they
a mining
have.
town.
Yes,
the
they
Man-Jacks. So, but I thought Ellinger was great. It wouldn't surprise me if he got an opportunity, Mike. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Speaking of Cortland Sutton, I thought it was I don't think it was a coincidence, Cortland Sutton playing the way he did. I can't help but think that maybe Cortland Sutton just wanted to go out on Friday and just remind everybody, with all the Jalen Waddle hysteria out there, and I'm all for it, by the way, but just maybe in a week, by the way, where also Pat Bryant was excelling so much that you were like, well, there's pretty much assured that Cortland Sutton won't be here next year, as Pat Bryant's going to be his replacement. I thought Cortland came out with maybe a point to make and a message to send. Don't forget about me quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a quiet training camp for him. He had those 3 days or 2.5 days where he didn't practice, which was odd and different. So it has been a different type of training camp for Cortland Sutton. But, yes, nice job saying, hey, don't forget about me. You're right. A lot of Waddle talk, but also the Pat Bryant talk. Pat Bryant's been the buzz of training camp. Troy Franklin's had a good training camp. We haven't talked a lot about Cortland, so nice job by him kind of reminding everybody, hey, I still got a little bit left in the tank here.
Yeah, it's really nice when you have that dude with that size and that just 50-50, ball skills, where you can say anytime I get a one-on-one, anytime I get kind of an access throw out there where I've got a corner in Cortland, I'm just going to give it to him. I'm just going to feed him, and that dude's coming down with the ball. So I thought that part was really good. They moved him around to different positions as well. Converted on a 3rd down and 5 on a little under route. So I just, Cortland's just a professional football player. And that to me is a really high compliment. He's just a professional football player.
Yeah, let's not be in a hurry to end the Cortland Sutton Bronco era just yet. He's still got a lot of really good football. I wonder, Stoke, what his catapult numbers will be after this weekend, huh?
Right.
Off the charts.
Probably so. Those
right?
legs are fresh.
Right.
Fresh legs.
Right. Good catapult numbers for
but I know
Sutton.
we haven't.
Is that the bra that everybody wears? The catapult bra?
It's something like that, yes, I think. And then they have some kind of device in it.
Right. I wonder if they make a catapult that would fit me.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Like a double D,
like a double D version of that.
Yeah.
For your man jubblies.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I can't breathe with this thing on.
It's a bit restrictive. Some other observations. The Broncos' their depth along the defensive line is crazy. I mean, when you see, and they dominated early on. Zach Allen was pressuring the pocket. Malcolm Roach, DJ Jones, but you see all the guys behind him. The Uwazurike, the Savion Jones, DeAndre Tillman. DeAndre Tillman is kind of the forgotten, overlooked guy in all this, but every time he's out there, he's flashing. So Jared Jackson had a tip of a pass that was a big play. Hey, they got a lot of depth at arguably maybe your outside quarterback, maybe your second most important, maybe first. Maybe your D-line. I know, Mark, you're going to make the argument for the O-line, and I think it's fair. But if you're talking about being strong on both lines of scrimmage, boy, Broncos. I don't know if there's a better team in the NFL that is as good across both the offensive and defensive lines like the Broncos are.
Yeah, your ability to switch multiple guys. Jonah Ellis was crushing the pocket, just crushing the pocket. Very first play of the game. You look at Jonathan Cooper stuffing the edge, recreating the edge of the line of scrimmage, and then, that run being a couple of, a yard, I guess, get stuffed for a yard. I mean, when you have that ability and you can rotate guys, it just makes your job so much easier as a coordinator. And Vance Joseph has got, an embarrassment of riches from a rotational standpoint where he can play multiple guys and not feel like, we put a backup in and we're all of a sudden going to get attacked at that position. Just not that way.
No, I mean, they got a lot of depth, obviously, and that certainly helps because you're going to have injuries. They're going to happen. So having the depth there, and now you see these young guys being able to step up, and you're seeing them make plays, and you keep these guys fresh. Cooper, Benito, they can stay fresh. So it's great. You look at the way they have drafted and developed over the last 3 or 4 years, and it really shows in these preseason games.
All right, let's get to 4 down territory.
Welcome to 4 Down Territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth keep you up to date on the biggest headlines in football. Kicking it off with First Down.
All right, Sean Payton, as far as openers for the preseason on the road, overall, what'd you think?
I thought he played well. I thought he did a good job in the pocket. Good throw and catch, certainly in that coverage look by Cortland's one of the things he does well. We had our hands on a couple balls, too, defensively, that we got to clean up a little bit. I thought in the second half, there were a few opportunities, just some penalties, but overall, good first outing.
By the way, how about Sean? He always enjoys beating Atlanta, doesn't he? He loves beating those NFC South teams that he used to go up against in all those years in New Orleans, some healthy rivalries. And how about his comment coming off the field in the first half? Boy, A lot of empty seats here.
Gotta love it.
Not much of an environment here.
The hate for the Falcons is still there.
Yeah. Then he doubled down. He said, Bill Parcells used to say, you would love getting a preseason game in Green Bay because you still have 76,000 people at Lambeau, and there'd be all that energy that would get you ready for a regular season type game. He's like, we kind of had to bring our own energy today.
Yeah, which is great. I will say the other thing, because he harps on this all the time. Defensive players who wear sleeves. That was like
sleeves.
We had our hands on a couple balls we could come away with. He always is like the first guy to point to your sleeves. That's the reason you can't catch.
Yeah.
Catch it with your hands. How
Yes,
about that?
yes.
Like your guy Riley Moss did right off the bat. That was great. That was a great interception.
Yep. And
it's going to be a tough day for the tribe of hate.
Oh,
Stidham, and then Jahdae Barron.
Yep.
With the pick six.
Yeah.
So
they'll find a way. They'll be like, well, the ball was just tipped, and how could he not help but catch it? And so he could run 94 yards. Oh, hey.
Jahdae Barron made more than that play.
He had
was
some
all over the place.
good tackles in space.
Absolutely.
That I counted at least three tackles in space that were really good. All right, next in 4-down territory, Jarrett Stidham on, just being able to get back on the field and kind of ease the memory of that AFC Championship game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously, just with the offseason and everything that's gone on, it's good to get back out there with the guys and just play football. And anytime you can go up against another good team and go out there and kind of trickle the ball down there methodically and score, it's good.
So, yeah, there you go. He alluded to it. Yeah, after the offseason and the way all that went down. So, I give him credit because I always thought he got more blame than he deserved. I got no problem with Stiddy being my backup quarterback here. I got zero problems with that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I agree. It wasn't perfect. It was in a tough situation, obviously, and could have played a little bit better. But a lot of guys could have played a little bit better. So it's good to get back out there. He gets to start again with the starters, and he went out there and played well. So good job by him.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we've talked about it ad nauseum. You got to kick the field goal in that situation with your backup quarterback. And then Harvey gets hurt, and you're down to a couple of backup running backs that haven't played a lot. And, anytime you play a backup quarterback, it's incumbent upon the rest of the guys to play their best football and the coaches to call their best game. And I don't think any of that happened. And so, yeah, it's easy to just point the finger solely like the Tribe of Hate does on, on Stiddy, but there was a lot more to it, Stoke.
All right, next in 4-down, Sam Ehlinger, he went out there, and he certainly looked the part. He was getting back on that back foot and letting it rip, a couple of good scrambles. So you asked the question, Stoke. Let's let Ehlinger answer it. Is there a backup quarterback competition going on?
No, I mean, there's a lot of things that are outside of your control, and not just, with your position and where the depth chart and things of that nature. So it's not something I can focus on or control, so let's focus on just being the best that I can be and supporting everybody in the room.
See, I'm with you, Stoke. I don't think there's a backup quarterback competition. But, all right, I'll at least leave the door open a crack and say it's most definitely Stidham's to lose.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you. I think Stidham went out there and did enough to say, hey, okay, I'm still the backup quarterback here. I think they're going to keep three guys. I think Stidham's going to be the backup, and then you got Ehlinger as the third guy. So I don't think there's much of a competition at all.
Yeah, I don't think that. I feel the same. And I think it's always good to have some competition. It's always good to get a look and keep pressure on the guys because they both played really well in that game. So, it is. I think Stiddy is the backup quarterback. I think it'll go that way. And Stoke and I have been talking about it all offseason. I think you're going to keep three quarterbacks. And I think they love that room. And you heard Ehlinger talk about how important it is to support that room. So, I think they feel really good about their quarterback room right now.
Next in 4-down territory, Von Miller. We knew he was going to land somewhere. He openly campaigned to come back here. Broncos never showed any real interest in that, but he has landed with the Dallas Cowboys. Texas native, Texas A&M, Von Miller playing for the Cowboys. Mark, you've taken a look at this Cowboys defense during the offseason. Is this a good landing spot? Will there be a good role for Von Miller?
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a great nickel role for Von Miller where he's going to get, 25, 30 reps a game. He'll be – and listen, man, one thing that guy can still do, he can still rush the passer. He's got great skills, and whatever he's lost in just speed off the edge, he makes up for in know-how and how to set guys up and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a good move for Dallas because I think they're really strong inside, but you can always use pass rushers.
Yeah, I mean, bring in a guy that knows how to hit the quarterback, knows how to sack the quarterback. So good for Von. Never kind of sensed that it was going to work out here, even though he wanted it to. But he's going back home, and I think Dallas has got a chance to be a solid team this year.
Well, they're definitely talking playoffs in Dallas, and that makes Jerry happy.
I've been
very happy to hear
about it a lot in the shower.
I bet he's been thinking about it a lot. All right, coming up next, that'll do it for Four Down Territory, our tour around the NFL and the Broncos. Up next, what did Stoke and Stink think of the Broncos' offense under Davis Webb? And, boy, Jonah Coleman, it's only one preseason game, but did he deliver as advertised? That's coming up next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, it could be cars, colas, fried chicken. It doesn't matter. The best products have time-tested, successful formulas. No different with Advanced Hair Restoration. For more than 2 decades, they have been successfully giving guys their hair back, and that includes me. The winning formula? Here is an all-natural solution to hair loss. No lotions or pills. With Advanced Hair, they take your own natural hair, put where you want it and as much as you'd like, and it begins to regrow the very next day. Better yet, it's guaranteed to grow. Perfect time to get introduced to Advanced Hair. Right now, it's their once-yearly summer savings event. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. Take it from me, getting your hair back is a huge confidence boost. You'll feel both personally and professionally. Plus, you get to work with the legend herself. Dr. Tanya Pauls, the same Dr. Pauls I worked with 20 years ago. The summer sales event is on for a limited time, so schedule your free consultation and get all the details today. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Now is the best time to buy. Get ahead of the competition and get the deal you want on the home you really want. Maximize your savings with lowest rate for life, and if the market does improve, we can save you money without any additional lender fees or appraisal fees. We're here for you today and tomorrow and celebrating 30 years of helping homeowners with expanded approvals, low rates, credit improvements, and more. Call U.S. Mortgages at 303-LOW-RATE.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at the Low T Center. The summer heat, well, it can wear anybody out, but if you've been feeling drained and maybe it's not just the AC, maybe it's not just the heat, hey, it could be low testosterone. 1 in 4 men from 35 to 50 has low testosterone. And low-level energy, sex drive, motivation, mood, and a whole lot more. Low T drains your energy, drains your motivation, so you don't feel the energy for the things you love to do. You might even stop recognizing yourself. So if you've been feeling tired, grumpy, lacking motivation, guys, it could be Low T. At Low T Center, you can book a free testosterone test to get the consultation from licensed providers who specialize in testosterone replacement therapy. They've got peptides, GLPs, and a whole lot more, and they're going to dial you in to make sure you start feeling like yourself again. So don't spend another day wondering why you don't feel well. Go to fixmylowt.com to schedule a free testosterone test today. That's fixmylowt.com.
Summers are made for time on your deck. Right now, when you purchase a new deck from 5280 Exteriors during August, you'll get free solar railing lights, no payments, and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. A 2-time President's Club winner, 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Skip this year's front porch roofing circus and bring in the local professionals.
Visit us at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
It's home selling season, and what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. Not with Orchard. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first. Then, your local Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. One customer said, "I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing." Amazing! Don't settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Get your free home valuation at Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 104.3 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Beautiful morning out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. The training camp resumes, albeit probably with a little loss of juice, now that the Broncos have actually played a preseason game for us to dive into, and that's what we're doing here this morning. The first of, what do you say, guys? Maybe 23, 24 Bronco Reaction Mondays, huh?
That would be nice.
With 2 more preseason games, 17 regular season games, 3 or 4 playoff games. What do you? I think that'd be a nice, tidy number, huh?
Be great. Yeah, I'd take it too.
Yeah. So we have one Broncos Reaction Monday underway today, the first one. And guys, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna tamp down my enthusiasm for what I saw on Friday, because any talk about, well, look at the opponent and it was a preseason game. Hey, I've seen the Broncos over the last couple of years struggle and huff and puff and barely squeeze by some bad football teams. There was nothing pretty about the way they won those games. So in a situation like this, on the road, where you bring in all the variables for the first time going on the road during the preseason, I was very encouraged, Stoke, with what I saw, and really throughout, kind of if I had one overarching reaction to what I saw Friday was, this is a good football team.
Yeah, I got a lot of depth. And so, yeah, I mean, look, if you're going to go out there and play a game, I don't care if it's preseason, regular, whatever game, you want to go out there and play well. You want to perform well, and that's exactly what they did. So their depth, that really shows in preseason games because you're not going to play your starters a ton, and Broncos have a lot of depth, and you're going to need it.
Yeah, there's no question. I think that always what separates when you watch preseason football, the depth, the rotation, the different guys who make plays. There were a ton of guys on the defensive side of the ball that were making plays, that were dominating. I think the biggest thing is, and Sean pointed this out, like there was no juice in the stadium because everybody was dressed as an empty seat. You had to bring your own juice, and the Broncos came out, and I love just the attitude of coming out. This is a big Mike Shanahan thing back in the day. We're going to take this field. We're going to take this field and try to whoop you. And, even if you're only out there for 6 or 7 plays, man, it's got to be a dominant 6 or 7 plays. Send a message, not only to the team you're playing, if you ever happen to meet them again during the regular season, but send a message to the rest of the league who's going to witness this tape. And they did that. The way they ran the ball, the physical nature with which they played early, the play action stuff that they set up. I thought the whole process was really good on both sides of the ball.
No, it really was. And, when you finally start to have some continuity and consistency with your coaching staff, with the guys that you have drafted, that's what it looks like right there, right? I mean, the Broncos pretty much have the same offense that they've been running since Sean Payton took over. Vance has been here with the same defense. And, you look at the other side, and Kevin Stefanski, this is his first year there, so a lot of change, a lot of newness there. That kind of reminds me of what the Broncos were before Sean Payton. So it's nice to have that consistency with the coaching staff, the same system, offense and defense, and you go out there and you perform like that.
Well, especially with Bo not playing on Friday, there's no doubt the big story, maybe the big curiosity for all of us was, how would the offense under Davis Webb look? And would there be things that we can point to and go, aha, that's different. That's him putting his imprint on this offense. Sean Payton, what did you think of the offensive operation?
It was smooth. Yeah, I felt like, I think maybe there was a play or two we got down to 3 seconds, but the subs were good. Davis was on point. Yeah, I thought the Qs did a good job in and out of the huddle. And again, we had a couple guys coming in, Palcho and Alex, that were working out before the game. Are they going to play? And when we held them back, you got to be careful that you're not just going 14 snaps with the first group and the rest, So those guys play a little bit more. And I was pleased with the pitch counts for like a lot of these players. There was no one that got into, a crazy number high, and it went pretty good.
What stood out to me, guys, was the operation was smooth, and it almost felt like if you looked at when they were snapping the ball, are they running up tempo? But they weren't. They were getting out of the huddle quickly, efficiently, but they weren't running up to the line of scrimmage. But I counted, and I went back and looked at most of the snaps. The overwhelming majority of snaps, while Stidham and the first stringers were out there, they were snapping the ball with like 12 to 15, 16 seconds still left on the play clock.
Yeah, that's what you want to see, right? And usually in these preseason games, what they do is, they keep it simple as much as possible because you want to be able to evaluate your guys, evaluate your talent, and give them the best chance to go out there and be successful. So, that was good to see. Order of operations, right? You don't want a lot of false starts, penalties, illegal those types of things. So you want to be smooth in and out of the huddle, and you want to be able to evaluate your guys if you're the coaching staff. But they did a nice job.
Yeah, part of it was just like, let's line up and let's go out here and be physical. And I think this offense, it was interesting because I thought this offense was dominant. I thought our offensive line was dominant. I thought the fullback was dominant. I thought the way we blocked people was dominant. And, frankly, they've gotten their ass whipped a little bit here in training camp because this defense is so good. And so it was nice to go out there and turn the tables. And I guarantee you, if I'm Kevin Stefanski and I'm the Atlanta Falcons right now, there's some butt chewing that's going on with the way the Atlanta Falcons showed up to play and that defense getting pushed around. So, there was some straight up, we're running dive, we're running ISO right at you. Can you stop it? And the answer was no, they can't. And that stuff to me gets me excited about this football team because that's how, when things aren't going well as an offense, that's how you get yourself back on track. Let's just be bigger, more physical, just more aggressive than you guys are on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I talked about this last week. That's what you don't see out here. You don't see the effects of the running game, right? They're not playing tackle football. So, yeah, they just grab onto the running back. It doesn't look like it's, going for many yards. But all of a sudden you get into a game and you can start wearing defenses down. You see, okay, you got to tackle Jonah Coleman. It's not a two-hand touch. Right. And so now those runs that look at practice, looks like the defense is doing a great job and they're not getting any yards. Next thing you know, in a real football game, you're getting 4 or 5 yards. So it's it's good to see real football, and then the Broncos going out there doing a good job.
Stink, you right from the start when you came on today, you were just so impressed by how physical the Broncos offense was. Did you think that this offense was capable of playing bully ball?
Yeah, I definitely think so. But again, part of playing bully ball is making sure that you're simple. So when you start using a ton of motion and you're rotating guys or you're flying guys across the line of scrimmage, it'll change angles, it'll change defensive or offensive assignments on the defensive players and some of that stuff. And that stuff sometimes when you start thinking, you can lose a little bit of your aggressive kind of nature. I thought there were a couple of double teams between both, Bolsey and Powers, and on the other side, especially with McGlinchey and Miners, that were as well executed as any double team I have watched. And it was, they were blasting dudes off the ball and not hustling to the second level, just taking that first level defender, that defensive tackle, and putting him in the lap of the linebacker. Just like, here you go. And they weren't even, they were the third down conversion, fullback dive and some of that stuff that netted you 3 yards. But, man, it was the most beautiful 3 yards you'd ever seen. And so I just was really impressed with what they did. Really impressed with the running backs, both Jonah Coleman and, there was still one Harvey bounce out that really bothered me. But I thought Jonah did a great job of being patient, setting up his blocks, and finding first daylight and just trying to be a battering ram.
We'll get to the running backs here in just a second. But, yeah, what about Davis Webb, Jarrett Stidham? What stands out to you when you are coached up by Davis Webb?
He's been great. I can't speak highly enough of, Davis and everything that he's meant to me, since coming here, but also the room and just seeing him kind of grow into this new role that he's got. He's going to be really, really good for a really long time.
All right, Stiddy, let's expand on that a little bit more. What do you think can make Webb a great play caller?
It's been great. Obviously with him, being a former player, just recently, we're able to have conversations, and there's little things that he was, telling me in the headset tonight. And I remember him doing the same last year, just doing a really good job of communicating and being very calm and kind of collected. And like I said, just giving reminders on each play and just really, really helpful. And so, like I said, he's going to be a really good play caller for a long time.
All right, it's just one game. It's one preseason game. He got to call a game last year in the preseason, and the offense looked really good. So, my big question is, and we still got a long way to go, but did you guys see anything that was different with Davis Webb calling the offense, Mark, versus Sean Payton? Anything that stood out as like, okay, that might be a Davis Webb thing that we haven't seen the last couple of years?
I wouldn't say there was a ton of difference. I would say they really focused on a couple of runs. That's different, right? There wasn't. Of course, it's preseason, but there wasn't a huge menu, which has always been an issue that I have had.
Yep.
They really focused on ISO, like fullback lead. They focused on power O. They did that. A couple of counters, and some duo action. That's kind of a gap play with no pullers. But that was kind of where they hung their hat. And then they had some play action stuff that was great off of that. I think one of the big things for Davis Webb, and Sean does this too, but we talk about the always and the nevers. Like, can I get you in a certain defense? Are you going to line up in this always? And I thought that Davis Webb on some of the big passing, situations or some of the big plays in the passing game, got them in situations where the quarterback knew exactly what the defense was going to be without question. And he took advantage, Stidham and Ellinger, for that matter, took advantage of those situations and made big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, just got the update from practice will be closed today. So if you're planning on coming out to practice, it's closed. So the bleachers are unsafe. Bad weather. Bleachers are unsafe. We see this big crane-looking thing out here doing something. So bleachers are unsafe. The practice will be closed to the public. So there you go. What?
No, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking for answers here from Mark Schlereth, Man 101. Seriously,
You need me to go over there and fix it?
Well, no. How can they be unsafe?
Well,
because of rain.
You had
you had
storms.
hail, you had rain, you had wind.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have this crane out here doing something to the bleachers, so something isn't quite right with the bleachers. And if it's not right, then you don't want to put fans in there.
No, I get that.
You got a structure over the top.
Mike, do you want me to stomp across the field during the break and go find out what the hell's going on?
Yes, will you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. All I'm asking is what could potentially be unsafe after the weather we had this weekend.
Well, a lot could be unsafe. Right. I mean, you have a cover over the top, so that might not be sturdy. What if the bleachers, I don't know. They're not just closing it to close it, so something's not quite right with the bleachers, and so they have to shut down the fans coming to practice
today.
Today.
Wait until Marillac comes on at 8:45. He gets all upset about this stuff. He thinks people overreact to weather now when we cancel school too easily. We've gotten too soft. Wait until, he's going to be like,
just all you have to say is, Marillac, what if you were bringing your 19 and 20-year-old over here to have a play date on these bleachers? And the bleachers fell apart, and then somebody got hurt.
All right, so there you go. There's your public service announcement.
That's right.
If you were planning on coming out here today,
the
practice has been closed. Fans will not be able to attend. So if you're one of those 1,000 ticket holders, sorry, and I don't think you're going to be able to get a swap out for another one. Maybe you will. I don't know.
That's not.
That doesn't work. They're all sold out.
You can't do that. Right. So,
you're SOL.
Right. And, there's only 2 days left.
Right.
Right? At the most.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're here Wednesday or not, but it's Tuesday, Wednesday. That's it. So, and then that would be it for the fans, right?
Yep. So that's
a bummer.
The news. Too bad.
But we've gotten a lot of bad weather. These storms that have just rolled
Crazy.
in. But
great.
Some of the hail.
Needed it.
I know.
Golf courses needed it.
I've loved it. But we were out at Colorado National yesterday for the Silterhart tournament, and that course is lush. They've gotten a ton of rain. We were out there playing yesterday morning. It was soggy. Took a while to dry out. A lot of rain. Good stuff. Great
stuff.
Speaking of good stuff, great stuff. The running backs. We got to see the running backs, and Mark, I was thinking of you watching Jonah Coleman run, and you were very high on him coming out of the draft process. When you broke down the running backs, you really liked Jonah Coleman, a rolling ball of butcher knives. How about this? Coleman put something out on his Instagram, out on Insta.
On the gram?
Put a highlight of him that was liked by Jalen Waddle with the comment, Maurice Jones-Drew.
It wasn't that my comp?
That was your comp.
Yeah, that was my comp.
And you know what? He looks the part. And you had made another point last week that Stoke, this kills me. It's like I can already,
Tough.
I'm choking
Yeah.
back the bile right
Yeah.
now. I'm choking it back down, okay?
Yeah.
Because I got to give the big man here some credit. But you said, hey, for his entire college career, this guy was never a burner. He wasn't a 4.3, 4.4 guy. He was maybe 4.6. So he never felt the temptation to try to always cut it outside to the edge because he knew realistically he probably wasn't even going to beat college corners consistently to the edge. So right from the start, this is a guy who has lived as a running back with the understanding I got to be able to run up inside. I got to run between the tackles. I have to be able to go one way, plant the foot, and cut back the other way. And man, oh man, that was all on display on Friday.
It was. And the other thing that I thought he did a great job of is I thought he did a great job of setting up his blockers. So there was the one play, where he had the spin on the tackle, and then he set up his blocker, and it was Ingram. And he had a little hesitation, and Ingram drove the defensive end inside, right? And if he had just gone through there, it had been a tackle for loss. Set him up, kind of hesitated, let Ingram get into the block, bounced just outside of Ingram, but he hugged Ingram so tight that the other, I think it was a receiver that was blocking on the other side, didn't have time for that defensive player to get in the play because he hugged that block so tight, and then he spins off the tackler, and he made a couple of runs like that were just exceptional of understanding I'm going to get inside or downhill as quickly as I possibly can, and I thought that stuff was tremendous.
Stoke, you know what that is? When he hugs the hip, what is that? What did he hit?
The mesh point.
Yeah!
Good job, guys.
Yes.
Good job,
You are
boys.
in
Mid-season 4.
Yes, he does a great job of hitting the mesh point. He puts his foot in the ground, he gets north and south.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you want from your running back. So I really like this running back room this year, and yeah, he played great.
He did play great. He did miss a blitz pickup that was atrocious, that needs to be a lot better. And so there's always something you come out of and say, hey, man, this is not good enough. You've got to be much better at this. But for the most part, man, I thought what he did was really good in this game.
All right, Sean Payton, what did you think of the Broncos' run game?
I was pleased with that. And look, I thought the runners played well, and I thought we blocked them pretty well. And it's a kind of a heavy front. They'll play some base, like we'll see. But I thought all those guys. I know we had one fumble, but those guys ran hard.
All right, Sean, specifically, we're all infatuated with Jonah Coleman. What'd you see there?
Just what we've been seeing, right? And then you see enough of it, and you're like, all right, when you stop needing to, and look, he's had a good camp, and I liked his balance coming out of some of the tackles, and so I thought overall that group had a good night.
Yeah, tip of a little salute here to R.J. Harvey. You did mention the one, and I know exactly the play you're talking about where he did kind of dance a little bit to the outside, but I thought we saw him run with a lot more purpose and a lot more focus on just, hey, run straight ahead, don't be cute, lower your head, and get 3 or 4 tough yards. There was one sequence there I loved. He was featured, and this was a lot of what you talk about. It was their second possession of the game, starting at their own 16, where you want to be able to run the football, right? When you're in that part of the field. They went Harvey for 3, Harvey for 6, 3rd and 1. They went right back to Harvey, got the tough 2 yards, first down. Now you're out to the 27-yard line, and now you got some breathing room.
Yeah, the only one play that really bothered me, and it was kind of a fallback into what happened last year a bunch, is they run an ISO play, and all you need to know is it's blocked perfectly. And the one guy that has the toughest block is the right tackle, McGlinchey. He's got what we call a defensive end head up. That's a 4 technique. So that guy's playing kind of 2 gaps. And if you just stick it up in there, there's not a lot of daylight. But you stick it up in there, you're going to get 6 yards because they have blocked it so exceptionally well. And he puts his foot in the ground last minute and bounces outside of McGlinchey, who's got the defensive end cut off. The defensive end just slides off and tackles him for a 2-yard gain. And I'm just like, that's what you can't do So you just turned a 7-yard gain into a 2-yard gain. And those are the things that happen far too often last year. Only happened once in this game. For the most part, I thought he played really well.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Harvey, just learning the NFL game and being more comfortable and realizing that, man, sometimes those 3-yard gains are valuable. It's not going to be a home run every time. And sometimes that's hard for young players to understand and to get comfortable with. And so I think you're going to see a better R.J. Harvey this year. And I really do like this running back room, this group. They got a lot more depth there this year, quality depth, and Coleman's going to be really good. And then I'm expecting Harvey to look a lot more comfortable than he did his rookie year.
All right, assuming J.K. Dobbins, I want you guys to think about this, assuming J.K. Dobbins follows through on the pinky promise.
I'll pinky promise all of you right now.
Buys us all drinks as there's debris being blown up into our face.
I'll buy you a drink.
Assuming he does all that, we all love Jonah Coleman, but I want to know from you two, what's Jonah Coleman's role in this offense? You'll answer that. James Marillac coming up in about 20 minutes. All that next as we roll on from Broncos training camp, Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit.
Catch up on everything happening at DenverSports.com. Weeknights from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with Denver Sports Tonight. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app.
Hey, guys, do you live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery? How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best part. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free. They're a phone call away, same-day appointments. All you got to do is pick up the phone, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center. They've got the exams, the MRIs, the physical therapy, and the treatment options all in one facility. And their board-certified physicians can give you treatment options for both nagging and debilitating pain, guys. Hey, you can start your journey today. They're a phone call away, and I'm telling you, and I've told you before, they changed my life. I mean, I suffer with excruciating back pain that checks me out of life, and you know what I'm talking about. You quit playing golf, can't sleep through the night, quit going to the gym, the whole 9 yards. Couple short visits, my guys at Spine One, I was doing all those things again. Do yourself a favor. Call them. Start your journey toward pain-free today. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK, or online at spineone.com.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. 35 years of quality products, next-day delivery, and fast will-call service. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise.
Are you stuck in rush hour traffic? You may be entitled to $1 sliders and fries at Arby's. Contact Arby's, and Arby's for more info about $1 sliders and fries between 2 and 6 p.m. with the purchase of any regularly priced food item only at participating Arby's.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Summer is a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your tan or abs. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to decades of thinning during Advanced Hair's once-yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it can even grow for life. Did I mention Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow? Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. The summer sales event is on for a limited time, so schedule your free consultation and get the details today. 720-459-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results with Advanced Hair. Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and get your savings details while still available. That's 720-459-HAIR. or AdvancedHair.com.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry buys, sells, and services pre-owned Rolex, Cartier, and all luxury Swiss watches. So if you're looking to make a change in your watch collection or just looking to sell, come to Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry, located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
This August, take advantage of the Honda Summer Event at Champ Honda and get behind the wheel of the all-new 2026 Honda Passport. That's what I drive, and it is fantastic. Built for Colorado adventures and everyday confidence, Passport is ready for mountain getaways, weekend road trips, and your daily commute. At Champ Honda, buying is simple with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, giving you a clear, upfront price, one dedicated advisor, and a fast, hassle-free buying experience. Plus, Champ Honda never charges dealer handling fees.
Lowest rate for life. It's our trademarked and most innovative product in the entire mortgage industry. Lock in your savings today, and if rates fall in the future, even as little as 0.5%, we will redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. Always have the best rate and maximize your savings. It's only at U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all. 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Hey guys, are you an experienced sheet metal worker ready for more than just a job? Join Smart Local 9 for family-supported wages, employer-paid health care, and secure retirement with pension and 401k. Experience the power of collective bargaining. Visit smw9.com, where pride meets your future.
This segment on The Fan is built by Denver Deck Builders.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Again, just passing along the information. If you were coming out to practice today, if you had a ticket for today's practice, turn around, because the Broncos have decided that the stands are structurally unsafe after all the weather we had over the weekend with rain, wind, hail, all of that, and they have determined that the stands are not safe for the fans, so that part of practice has been closed down. So we'll be out here. We'll be able to tell you everything that's going on, but there will be no fans at practice today. And guys, I would think for the players, you finally got your taste, right, of preseason football. You're out on the road as a group, traveling. You played real football, and then you got to come back out here and resume training camp, which I got to think is kind of a letdown. And now you don't have the juice provided by the fans, so I guess, Stoke, that'll be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's always nice to have the fans, right, get you going a little bit. And they've done such a good job here of incorporating the fans, giving them a good place to sit. So it's always nice to have that type of environment, because you're right. Now you're in your third week of camp. You just played a game, and sometimes it's like, all right, same old. It's hard to get going. So having fans out is always a nice little boost.
Yeah, it's like call it 76ers Day here. If you're a Sixers fan and you buy tickets to come to the game that's going to be played in Denver, and you want to see Embiid play Jokic, and you buy the tickets, and you're just not going to see Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid will play this year.
Yeah.
I'm quite confident that he'll decide this is the year that he's okay to play in Denver. My, what a coincidence, huh? What a guy. Chris Bianchi, our 9 News weather insider, was listening to our conversation about the stands, and he said, really enjoyed the weather talk. Excellent. And then I said, any tidbits you can give us from a wild weekend of weather? Check this out. South Aurora picked up 2.25 inches of rain in less than 1 hour on Saturday, or 12% of their typical annual precipitation.
Wow.
How about that?
I was cleaning up the leaves in my yard yesterday, and this family walked by, and the mother was like, oh, wow, you lost a lot of leaves. It's too bad. And I was like, well, this is just going to be less leaves that I have to clean up come fall. So, I was like glass half full. Glass half full. Half my leaves are gone. That's going to be less work I got to do in the fall, Mike.
Wow.
When the season gets busy.
You are such a sunny optimist, aren't you?
Exactly.
Wow.
So
I would think with all the hours and hours and hours of work that you put into that yard, to see it decimated like that in the middle of August would be a little bit deflating.
No. I was good.
Huh. Okay. All right. Well,
Middle August, the year's over, as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
You're getting ready to
Fair
travel
enough.
for games.
Fair enough. Hey, we were talking about the running backs, and you had to be excited with what you saw from Jonah Coleman, R.J. Harvey. He had talked about during the mini camps about how he heard the talk about maybe he was a good outside runner, but he had a lot to learn when it came to running inside, and that he had studied a lot of running backs this offseason, and at least the early returns were on Friday, that he seemed to be a more determined downhill runner between the tackles in that first preseason game. So we were impressed by what we saw from Jonah Coleman and R.J. Harvey, especially Coleman. Here's my question, guys. What's Coleman's role on this team? If J.K. Dobbins follows through on his pinky promise and buys us all drinks, that he stays healthy, Stoke, what's the role? Define the role, if you can, for Coleman.
I don't think it's a big role at all. I think he's just going to have to wait his time. I really do. Because you're going to ride with Dobbins, and then your next guy coming in is probably going to be Harvey. So unless there's an injury that opens the door up for Jonah Coleman, I mean, I don't think you're going to see a ton of him, Mark. I just think it's going to be the Dobbins show, and if he stays healthy, they're going to keep rolling with him. If not, if he does get hurt now, you'll see a much more expanded role for Coleman. But besides an injury, I don't really see him having a big role this year.
I think Jonah Coleman is J.K. Dobbins' backup. But I don't think J.K. Dobbins is coming off the field very much. So it really is R.J. Harvey maintains that kind of third down, nickel, second down 7+ type of role here. And so it's going to be J.K. Dobbins and then R.J. Harvey, and there's going to be a few reps here and there for Jonah Coleman. I just don't think it's much. But now, if the pinky promise is broken and J.K. can't answer the bell, I think that you'll see Jonah Coleman get the lion's share of those reps and become kind of the bell cow type player.
But why can't there be a role for Coleman, even if Dobbins is healthy? Because you're talking about a running back with a long history of injuries, and I get it. You're playing football, and you can get hurt on any play. But when you're talking about somebody like a Dobbins, if you've got the ability, instead of having him carry the ball 18, 19 times in a game, if you feel so good about what you have in Coleman that you can give him 5 or 6 carries, and now all of a sudden, instead of carrying it 18, 19 times for Dobbins, maybe it's, 14 or 15. If you still feel like you can get the production from Coleman, and in the process minimizing, not completely erasing, you're never going to be able to do that, but if you can sort of reduce the odds, Stoke, of Dobbins suffering that inevitable injury, might that be an option to take advantage of with Coleman?
See, I don't know if that's fair to either guy, though. That's the problem, is you're going to be limiting Coleman, his reps, and how many opportunities he gets. It's hard to get in the flow of a football game as a running back. You want to be in the flow of the football game. So if you're going to limit Dobbins' reps, are we going to see the production that we want to see from J.K. Dobbins? Obviously, you will give some carries to Coleman, but I just think that, hey, the bulk of it's got to go to Dobbins, and he gets better, throughout the course of games. And he's that type of running back that can wear down a defense. And so I don't know if I want to limit his carries, and I think we just go and you just keep your fingers crossed that he doesn't, suffer that injury again.
There's such a rhythm to it. There's such a feel to running the ball well, to being, going back to the sideline and say, hey, what are we getting? Hey, man, we're getting a lot of pinch here, whatever. And you do, to Stokes' points, man, you got to get into a rhythm. You got to get into a feel of what's going on in the game, how the defense is playing you, all those things. And so I love the way Stokley put it. It's not fair. It's not fair to the running back to say, hey, man, we're going to take 8 reps away from you, and you're never really going to get into the groove or into the rhythm of what we're doing. And so I'm with you. I just think there's a certain number of carries you've got to get just to get the feel and just to get a sense of what's going on, and that's where some of the bigger ones break.
All right, so am I getting way ahead of myself in saying that they've got a really good J.K. Dobbins insurance policy?
Yes.
That if
I think you're all
over it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're getting ahead of yourself. No, I think I think this running back room has just gotten substantially better from year over year.
Harvey would be better. He'll be more comfortable, and I think Jonah Coleman.
He was better in the game.
I think Jonah Coleman's a perfect complement to J.K. Dobbins. So, but right now, I think, give those 4 or 5 carries to Dobbins.
Wait, no, stop it.
What?
I got a better one. You're gonna love this.
Oh wow!
No, I'm sorry, Stoke.
Jumped on
Stoke. I'm gonna have to step in and invoke executive
Maybe
privilege
Mike Evans
here.
isn't that nice of a guy.
No. I got a good one. This is one I want. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
Hold on.
Come on, dog.
Hold on. I'll pay it off. I promise. So yesterday we're playing in the Siltahar Motors Charity Foundation Golf Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
We get to the first tee. We're on the 17th hole, and we're 17A, which means we're going to tee off first. 17B is already there watching. And it's a tough tee shot. You can choose to either try to go for about a 200-yard carry over water, or you play it down the left side. So Zach gets up. And, of course, classic Zach. Guess what time Zach got there for a 8 a.m. shotgun start?
7:54.
7:59.
Oh,
okay. I mean, this was like,
wow.
I mean, he all right. So we get out to the first tee. We're getting ready to hit our first tee shots. No warm up for our guy Zach. Okay. He hits his first ball, shanks it dead right.
Yeah.
Dead right. Okay. Hey, breakfast ball. Take another one. Okay.
Right.
This one's even worse.
Oh.
I mean, he literally popped it straight up in the air. Foul ball caught by the catcher. Okay. One of the guys standing behind us, 17B, says, "Hey, Zach, 4 or 5 more shots, you'll get it down the fairway."
Yes. You know what? That was a good preempt.
That's why I had to.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're back to our regularly scheduled program, but I had to, because that was perfect. We all got a laugh out of it.
Oh, dude, that is
classic. I turned to the guy, I said, "Careful."
Right. He's thrown hands.
He's been known to throw hands before.
I have thrown hands on a number of occasions.
So, but no, Zach was.
I want to pound his ass.
Zach was very good.
Update on the no fans today. So if you had tickets and to today's practice, they're not allowing fans today. That they are, because they do have the overhang, and so it looks like those poles holding up the structure must have be wrong with those poles. So, you don't want to put 1,000 people in there, and then all of a sudden the thing collapses on top of people.
Yeah, that would not be ideal. All right, I'm sure that James Marilette will find a way to complain about that, because even James can't find anything negative with what he watched Friday night. Can he? We'll find out. He'll join us next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lemmy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the DenverSports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at DenverSports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
It's not just the surgery that you're maybe being told is your next best option for your knee, back, hip, or shoulder joint pain. You also got to add in the long recovery and rehab that goes along with that. So you're signing up for a lot. Before you go under the knife for that joint pain, get a second opinion with QC Kinetics. They could provide an all-natural alternative using the best weapon possible to treat that joint pain. That's you. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments using healing properties in your own body, concentrated right in that spot, right in that aching area in the joint that's causing the pain. Best part, these treatments are all natural, so no drugs, no steroids, no surgery, and no long recovery. This is something I urge you to take advantage of, because it's a second opinion with nothing to lose. The conversation and consultation are absolutely free. QC Kinetics has been helping thousands of people right here in Colorado. Let's add you to that list. Call to schedule an appointment, 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with offices in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
Progressive presents the Museum of You.
We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then, you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
A small roof problem today can become a major expense tomorrow. Colorado's hail, wind, and heavy snow can turn a few missing shingles or a small leak into costly water damage, mold, and even a full roof replacement. Don't wait until it's too late. Trust the experts at Colorado's Best Roofing. They provide honest inspections, dependable repairs, and reliable service to keep your home or business protected. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Visit roofingcolorado.com.
Hi there, I'm Kim Rudell, owner of Wills and Wellness Estate Planning. The summer is flying by, as it tends to do. Stop putting off completing your estate plan. Come in and see us before school and sports start picking up this fall. We can help with wills, trusts, guardianship, powers of attorney, medical directives, and more. Come in before Labor Day and we'll get 10% off your estate plan. Just mention this ad. Find us at willsandwellness.com or give us a call at 720-266-8190.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We've just celebrated our 27th year in business. Thank you for your continued support.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Imagine this. No more wasting time in traffic, no more crowded gyms.
The Tree Farms 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 20th. It's our biggest sale of the year with thousands of carry-out size trees that are easy to handle and easy to plant. Buy the first tree at regular price and get a second tree for only 50 cents. Choose from thousands of shade trees, flowering trees, fruit trees, evergreen trees, ornamental trees, and more. The Tree Farms 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 20th.
25 to exit 235. Then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Again, just a heads up for any of you who had tickets for today's practice due to some structural instability with the stands over there across the way. They are not allowing fans in to watch practice, so they're closing that part of it. And they're also going to close it down to all of us out here broadcasting. So once we're done, that's it. So the Tribe of Hate, Dover and Cecil, will be back broadcasting from studio. So that'll be what's going on here today. James Marilat joins us for his weekly visit. And
James, to be kind, you at times can be a pessimist or, certainly a critic, somebody who is hard to impress. Surely you can't find anything negative with the Broncos' preseason performance in Atlanta, can you?
No. I thought they were excellent on both sides of the ball in every way, shape, and form. They dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Their just execution and process and the way the team was operating was pretty flawless, other than the missed field goal that got blocked. That was a little bit of a mess. So, no, I thought they were very, very good. Now, listen, Atlanta stinks, and I get that, but when you play a bad team, you should go out there and dominate. And up 24-0 at halftime, that's domination. So I thought there were a ton of positives, not really any negatives to speak of, and that's the way you want to get things started. It looked like a team that, hey, this is a Super Bowl caliber team. Look, preseason, the games don't count, but they matter, and how you look in terms of, do you show up and you're there to win? If their scoreboard's turned on, we're trying to be on top at the end of the game, or do you just show up and do like Nathaniel Hackett and company did up in Buffalo, go through the motions, hurt your kicker or punter, goofing around on the field before the game, and then have to apologize to the fans after? There's one extreme and the other. I thought this was about as well as a preseason game can go.
James, I thought Jonah Coleman was very impressive. What do you think his role is going to be this year?
I think it'll be limited as we start the season. I think if J.K. Dobbins gets injured, then I think it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, obviously. And I think by the end of the year, even if Dobbins is healthy, I think it becomes bigger. I thought he was very good. I thought his patience and the way he waited on his blocks and then went at the right time and made the cut at the right time. I thought he made a couple of cuts at the second level on a second, where he made a second move to turn a 4-yard gain into an 8-yard gain. I was very impressed. So let's see if he can build upon that the next 2 weeks. But do I think he's threatening to be the starter? Do I think he's going to get 20 carries a game? No, I don't think there's any chance of that. But by the end of the year, is he potentially, if not splitting time, getting significant carries on a weekly basis? I do think that's a possibility.
James, I have no idea what your take was and what your thought was this offseason on Stidham. I would just imagine, knowing you, that you wanted him fired. But what did you think about the way he played, and he solidified himself as the backup quarterback?
I thought he was really good. And I think the backup quarterback debate is kind of funny, because the reality is if they have to go with either one of them for a significant amount of time, we might as well start preparing for the draft and talking about prospects. Like, if either of those guys has to play 8 games, the Broncos season is toast. So it's all about, hey, in short spurts, if you have to come in and keep the train on the tracks, right? Something happens to Bo and he can't play the second half of a game, or he's out for a week or two, can it just not become a mess? I think Stidham would be fine in that role. I thought that all along. He was put in a very tough spot in the AFC title game. I think he's taken way more criticism for that than is probably fair. Now, he did make the biggest blunder of the game, but, that's also a matter of, well, why was he in that situation? Why was that play called? Why was the fourth-string running back on the field, and then he wasn't in the right spot, so didn't have anywhere to go with that play? I think he took way more criticism. I think all the hype about how the things were looking in the first couple of weeks of practice, it's like, let's let him get on the field and see who shines and who doesn't. I thought he looked like more than a capable backup. I think the battle for the number 2 job, it's a battle for a position that you hope they never step on the field. You hope it's just like last year. So it's kind of a silly debate in my mind.
Visit with James Merrill at James. Impressions of the Davis Webb-led offense.
I thought it was great. The first thing I was looking for was, hey, what's the operation look like? Do they get in and out of the huddle quickly? Are they at the line of scrimmage with plenty of time to make calls, make adjustments? And there wasn't anything that seemed to rush. They didn't take delay of game penalties. I thought that was pretty flawless. I thought the fact that they had a good mix of pass and run kept the Falcons off balance. They didn't know what was coming. I like the fact that they were in 2nd and 4 a lot, and that was the ability to run the football. So it's easier to stick with the run when you're having success, and they were having success. So let's see when they're not playing against the Falcons and you're trying to go under center and you're trying to establish the run and stick with the run and you're facing 2nd and 9, 2nd and 11. Then we'll see if he sticks with it or if he does what Sean did last year and kind of abandon it. But I thought for the situation, for the game, for the opponent, it was pretty flawless. There wasn't much to complain about. If they can run the football that way, for the most part this season, they're going to be pretty deadly on offense. I just want to see him do it against a better opponent before I get too excited about that being the norm.
Yeah, that was nice to see. It's going to help this offense out a lot. It's going to help Bo Nix out a lot. Speaking of Bo Nix, James, what do you want to see from Bo? How much do you want him to see him play here in preseason game 2 and 3?
If he plays a series or two, that'd be fine. I don't want him rolling out there on September 14th, and it's the first time he's taken a snap since in live competition since the game against Buffalo. Play a series. What I want to see from Bo is I want to see him standing on the sideline with a ball cap on doing an interview with Scotty Gange. That's what I want to see. He didn't get hurt. He was able to do whatever he needed to do. He took 10 snaps. They went down the field, got a score. That'd be great. But get out there, complete a couple of passes, stay healthy. That's the biggest thing for me. It's going to be that way. It won't be as limited experience or limited plays during the season, but that's going to be my thought throughout the whole year is just stay healthy. I'm going to hold my breath every time he runs around, every time he gets hit. That's just going to be the case. But in these games, just don't get hurt. Get out there, knock some of the rust off, and go over and do the sideline interview.
All right, James. Good stuff. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it, Phils.
All right, James Marilat join us for his weekly visit again. If you were planning on coming out to practice today, don't. Turn around because of some structural issues, concerns that they have with the stands across the way from where we're sitting, and we do see some workers walking around up there in the stands right now. They've closed that part of the practice, so no fans at today's practice. But the Broncos will be practicing. We'll have our guys out here to watch all of it and report back. So no fans today. Sorry to report that. If you did hold a ticket, not going to be able to come by and watch practice today. In the meantime, a lot to react to. It's our first of what we hope will be 23 or 24 Bronco Reaction Mondays all the way through the Super Bowl. This is the first one, and I want to ask the Jarrett Stidham critics out there, you know who you are. Did he play well enough to maybe get some of you off his back for a little bit? That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Jack's Modern Steakhouse. 2 locations, Jack's on Pearl and Jack's in Lone Tree. Local ownership, the original location, awesome on Pearl Street. Lone Tree is just spectacular. Their philosophy, exceptional ingredients, genuine hospitality, and experience that's upscale and comfortable. Guys, I'm telling you what, had one of the great meals I've had. Premium Australian Wagyu, incredible seafood, prepared by their chef-driven dry-age programming. It is to die for. Lunch from 11:30 to 4, Thursday through Sunday, with added brunch features on Saturday and Sunday as well. Social hours from 3 to 5, Thursday through Saturday. Their Blind Tiger Speakeasy. I'm telling you what, guys, it's just an exceptional experience. Check them out. That's Jack's on Pearl Street and in Lone Tree.
Welcome to Whatever Bank, where we do our best and you do the rest.
Hi, what kind of relationship benefits do you offer?
Relationship benefits? That usually kicks in when you have more zeros in your account. But I like to think our coffee in the lobby is pretty decent.
You don't have to bank like that. Make the switch to KeyBank and earn real benefits by making 5 qualifying transactions each month with your KeyBank checking account.
I was going to do that anyway.
Learn more at key.com/relationship. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
on eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Siltahar Motors, where Colorado goes for the best deals, the best selection, and people who treat you right. Ford is ranked #1 in quality by J.D. Power, and Siltahar has the best selection of top-quality Ford trucks and SUVs in Colorado. F-150, Bronco, Explorer, and Ranger at 0% financing, no payments for 90 days, thousands in cash back. Plus, a large selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, warrantied, and backed by a 5-day exchange with top dollar for your trade. Family-owned, Ford dealerships in Colorado since 1960, STHmotors.com, or Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
As Coloradans, we know how important it is to protect our homes. And unfortunately, wildfires are a reality here. It's Zach, and that's why I trust 5280 Exteriors, a 2-time President's Club winner offering Class A fire-rated products designed to help protect your home. Thinking about upgrading your outdoor living space? Now's the time. Purchase a new deck during the month of August and get free solar railing lights. No payments and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Hey, this is Rob Biandino at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. If you've been injured in a car accident or property damage, you need our help. I handle all my cases personally. I know all the medical experts, all the damage experts to get you the most for your injuries and your damages. If you're injured in an accident, call me. I will go to war for you. The insurance company knows that I'm a trial lawyer. That will get you more money, a better settlement at the end of the day. Give me a ring, 720-706-5151. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. And if you're over 50, there's a good chance you're dealing with an enlarged prostate. Waking up at night, weak stream, all of it. Here's the good news. PAE, prostate artery embolization, is minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatment with near zero impact on sexual function. Lakewood location, personalized care. Visit coloradoae.com.
Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
And KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Third week of Broncos training camp, and we are once again out here live, Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, but we do have some disappointing news to pass along. If you were one of the 1,000 fans who had a ticket for today's practice, that part has been closed off today. Unfortunately, due to some structural concerns here with the stands, we had a lot of wild weather over the weekend, a lot of wind, rain, hail, and so the powers that be have determined that there's some parts of the stands that they feel are a little bit suspect, so they've just decided not to have the fans here for practice, and so they'll be going about that without any fans here today, Mark Schlereth.
You missed an opportunity, Mike.
I did?
Yeah, you could have made a shout-out to the fans who can't come here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have had a perfect shout-out.
Shout-out to the fans. We know you're disappointed, but we want to give you a shout-out anyway.
Yeah.
Is that the proper use of shout-out?
No, but that's the way it'd work perfect for you.
Yeah, it's the perfect. Hey, shout-out to all you fans who just were driving out here and can't come now. What?
Well, when you say it that way, it does sound stupid.
Yeah.
But when I say it, I think I kind of bring a certain eloquence to it that
somber tone,
but yet hopeful too.
Yeah,
and make it maybe sound a little bit better.
You look like a tool.
So that's what's going on out here today. The Broncos back here for 3 days of practice, and then they'll have their next preseason game against the Green Bay Packers. Real quick, no joint practice this week. Boy, when we saw the schedule come out for the preseason, it seemed like this was going to be tailor-made for a scrimmage, a joint practice. Second preseason game with the Packers here, and I mean they did one of those. Was it 2 years ago or last year with the Packers? Right, it was with the Packers. They did it
a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago,
yeah,
and it went really well. So I was thinking that this would be tailor-made for a joint practice. We heard Sean Payton and everybody just sing the praises of a joint practice, but for whatever reason, Stoke not going to happen this week.
That would have been great. I think it would have been, I think, really helpful for not only this football team, but you look at Davis Webb and this offense and Bo Nix. Just seeing different defenses, going up against a different group and being able to do that, once or twice during the week and then play in the game. So they're not doing it for whatever reason. Not sure why not. But hey, I think it's a little bit of a missed opportunity for this offense, for this team. So not sure why. Not sure why they decided not to do it this year, Mark.
I don't know why either. And we have heard for years that these are more valuable than preseason games. Anytime you get together with another team and different uniform, different level of energy, and we've seen that time and time here again, watching these joint practices over time. So I'm not exactly sure why they've done it, other than maybe they just feel like, hey man, we are so solid at all our starting 22 players. We don't want to risk the potential of injury. We're just going to have our guys, play their 12 plays during the preseason game and get out. So maybe they just feel like they've gotten to a point now where they are solid and they're too deep and they know what they have.
When you go down the list of all the players that really helped themselves on Friday in the preseason opener, I think you got to put Jarrett Stidham, guys, right up near the top of that list, considering the criticism he took for the way that he played in the AFC Championship game. Fair or unfair, it was out there. He admitted to hearing it, and you wondered, would there be any kind of hangover effect, any kind of loss of confidence for Stidham at all? I think he answered that quite aggressively, confidently, with a certain amount of swagger. I thought he looked terrific on Friday. What did you guys think of Stiddy's performance?
Yeah, no, I thought he was great. I mean, anytime that you get your opportunity, that's a huge opportunity for a backup quarterback. You get a chance to start an AFC Championship game, and obviously it didn't go the way that we all hoped it would go for. But then how do you bounce back from that football game? And you finally get another opportunity, and you're starting again with the first group, and I thought he played really, really well. So that was good to see.
Yeah, it was. I thought everything was great, from just the way they lined up and bludgeoned them in the running game, the way they came out throwing right off the bat. I thought the protection was awesome. Stiddy was throwing from a great pocket, and ultimately he made a decision. You could see pre-snap, he had a thought process in mind. Post-snap, he confirmed it, and then he just let it eat. There were so many throws I saw during the course of this weekend where there was hesitation from the quarterback and eventually got late with something and pulled the ball and then scrambled around a little bit. Stiddy was just like confirmation, let it go, and was on target, on time, on target with his throws. I thought it was great.
Jarrett Stidham was asked, did you have something to prove in this first preseason game?
Yeah, look, I think, I feel like one of the things I try to hang my hat on is just
kind of putting my nose down and just working. And obviously it didn't go our way in the championship game, but it's football, and so there's got to be a winner, there's got to be a loser, and if you get knocked down, you got to get right back up and get right back to work, and that's what it was, the entire offseason. So just really proud of the group of guys today, just coming back out, finally getting to go against somebody else, and doing a really good job.
Sean Payton was asked about Stidham's ability to put the AFC Championship game behind him.
He's been great, and it wasn't just a disappointment for him. I was disappointed myself. When you lose a game like that and you go back and look at it closely, the margins in that game, and so he's been, one of his strengths is his resiliency, and I think he's got a little bit of that it factor that he can come in, get he's really good with the operation, quick, with the play, his experience and his comfort level with how we're calling it. So I thought he handled it well.
I don't think, guys, there's a backup quarterback battle here. I don't think there is, Stoke.
No, I don't.
I think it's steady and it's locked in.
Yeah, I think they have been giving Ellinger some reps with the second group, but I'm with you. I think they're keeping all three. We're not going to see any kind of real competition there. And then you go back to the AFC Championship game, and it was disappointing. But everybody, to Sean's point, everybody shares some blame in the loss. It's not just Jared Stidham. So. I was happy for him. I was happy he went out there and played a really good game.
I was too. I was excited for him. He did go out there and perform. It's albeit just a preseason game, but he went out there and performed well, and that's all you can do is go out there and continue to earn the trust of your teammates and earn the trust of your coaches. And I also like the fact that, you could easily point to all the other things that went wrong in that AFC Championship game and take some of the onus off yourself. I think the quarterback's responsibility is to stand up and wear it. And he just stood up and wore it and said, hey, man, I'm just going to go back to work. That's what I've got to do, and it's exactly what he did. And so impressed with kind of his approach overall. And I'm with both of you. I think there's no real quarterback, competition at the twos, but I'm glad they are rotating guys. I'm glad that they are keeping that pressure on both the guys.
Yeah, so for that point right there, do you want to see Ellinger be the next quarterback up after Bo this week? Hey, flip the two of them.
That wouldn't bother me at all, just to keep, just to see how Ellinger comes off the bench and be in the number two. But either way, it doesn't surprise me. And even if they do that, I still think Stidham has done enough to maintain that number two overall spot. So, that wouldn't bother me. I don't expect it, but it wouldn't bother or surprise me.
Yeah, if they want to give Ellinger some reps with being the next man up, that's fine. I think both guys are going to play a lot, so I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. So it's going to be interesting to see how much they do play Bo, though, in this one. Not playing in that first game, not really having an off season, and then now this is going to be your first action your first live action since you had the ankle surgery. So it's going to be interesting to see how much they decide to play him.
Really, one of the fun parts of preseason games is watching these under the radar, unheralded, who the heck is that guy? Players come out and make the most of their opportunity. So along that vein, who were the guys that flashed in week one of the preseason that make you think, hey, maybe, just maybe, they can find their way onto this roster? That's next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, there's no doubt your home is your greatest asset, so invest in it, not only so you can reap the benefits now, but for days, months, and years to come. New windows from Bluebird Windows will save you money now and for many years in the future. Get to know Bluebird Windows and Doors. Work with Brian, their owner, Really good guy. He'll explain why their windows are far superior and more energy efficient than the lowest bidder builder grade windows in your house right now. And all this August, it's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% off your window, door, and siding projects. Mention my name, get an additional 5% off. Financing is available locally and family owned for 20 years now. Go to gobluebirdco.com and make today a Bluebird Day.
At Gebhardt BMW, they're proud to serve their clients and deliver the luxury experience you expect from BMW and the Gebhardt family. They have immediate availability and flexible transportation options to accommodate your busy schedule. They also offer one-stop shopping for all your BMW needs, from maintenance to repairs, window tint to clear mask, and light body and wheel repair. They really are a one-stop destination for all your BMW needs. Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership in Boulder since 1975.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Max HELOC is a game changer and can lower your bill significantly without affecting your current loan. How much savings depends on your unique situation, but you could borrow $250,000 with a payment option as low as $495 a month. Consolidate your debts and make life a lot easier. We make it easy to save, and you don't need perfect credit either. U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all, 303 low rate.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
The average cost of a first-time DUI in Colorado is over $13,000, and a conviction gives you a criminal record. Make a plan for a sober ride before the party begins. Don't underestimate impairment.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 1043 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
It is a Bronco Reaction Monday, live out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirits. Again, just to update, in case you did not hear, if you are a ticket holder for today's practice, unfortunately, they have closed this practice to the fans because of some structural concerns with the bleachers. So the fans will not be allowed in. So adjust your plans accordingly. And, of course, we'll keep you updated on everything going on out here at practice throughout the course of the day with all the guys we have out here. Look forward to that. Dover Cecil coming up next, the Tribe of Hate. See what they have to say about Jarrett Stidham, who they've made their personal ragdoll. Yeah. Be curious to see what they have to say about him, about Jahdae Barron, who, no, you're not going to just say, well, yeah, he had a pick six, the ball just tipped up to him and he couldn't help but catch it and then he just had to run. That's not what we're talking about. I mean, although that helps, that's got to help the confidence. But, guys, when we talk about preseason games, to me, one of the fun terms is
who flashed, right? Who flashed in this game? Who made the most of their opportunity and did something that made you take notice? Let's not talk about the established players right now. Let's talk about the guys that, quite frankly, we never talk about. For you, Stoke, anybody that you can point to that flashed for you?
Your guy, Manjack, the fourth. Yes, Manjack, the fourth, out of TCU. So, 23 years old. He's a bigger guy than I thought, 6'3", 210. But nice job. You get an opportunity, you got to make plays. Jahdae Barron, pick six. I mean, that's huge, Mike. Yeah, it doesn't matter if the quarterback runs and hands you the football. The fact that you're able to get your hands on the football and take it back the distance for a pick six for a guy like that who's an early draft pick, obviously first-round draft pick, and you know what? I mean, a lot of people are asking, is this guy going to be a bust? Is he going to get on the field? Are they going to move him to safety? So really nice job by him getting his hands on the football and then making a play out of it. I mean, the depth that they have, Jonah Ellis, continues to show up year in and year out. But a lot of depth, a lot of quality depth on this football team.
I thought that some of their three backups. I thought the Katzis kid made some plays. I thought the Ross kid made a big
Cameron
time.
Ross.
Cameron Ross made a big play on a little shovel pass on the jet sweep. So that was big time. So I thought those guys were good. I thought defensively, you talked about Jonah Ellis. Red Murdoch made some tackles. They just had some guys. Reed, who's the guy that tipped the ball on the coverage and created the pick six by Barron.
Yeah.
So I thought there was just a bunch of guys. The rotation was great. The effort was just exceptional with the Broncos in general.
Yeah, Kareem Reed. I wonder if that's a guy to watch, right? Because inside linebacker made a really good play to tip the ball. He was involved in some other plays as well. He had a run stuff early on in the third quarter. He followed that up with helping blow up a screen. So I can't help but let me make the jump here. Could we be looking at the next Sternad? Another player who was a way off the radar guy for a while here, but played himself into a role at a position where I think we'd all agree the Broncos are a little bit thin.
Yeah, I mean, Reed had you look at him and then you look at Red Murdoch.
Yep.
And, a lot of talk about Red, great name. A guy just makes plays and is Mr. Irrelevant, gets taken the last pick of the draft. So a lot of attention there, but then he goes out there and I think he led the team in tackles. So a guy that, he's a tackling machine and he just makes plays. So that's going to be interesting also to see what his role is going to be on this football team.
Red Murdoch, 8 tackles to lead the way. J.L. Skinner, another player who had, I think, some flash moments.
I think you're right. J.L. Skinner's been a guy that, had all kinds of potential but has had some injury issues. That hasn't necessarily played, as big a role as I think a lot of people thought when he came out. But that dude was all over the place as well. So another guy that, I think one of the things that you take out of this preseason game, number one, is look at all the players that they have developed. And to your point with Justin Sternad, who's finally going to get his chance, there's a guy that got developed for a while. Drew Sanders had a sack.
Drew Sanders, 13 snaps. Stoke. Was that the highlight of your weekend other than tearing it up at the member? 13
yeah, I'm kind of like
snaps.
Sean.
13 snaps.
I have that one hole that's just lingering right now.
Yeah.
Sean, he's thinking about some of those play calls in the AFC Championship game. I have that one hole that I want back. The one hole that I want back. I love Drew. I love it. The fact that, he'll just stay healthy. Just stay healthy. He's had a lot of bad luck when it comes to injuries. But he looks the part. He does look the part.
There's a lot riding on getting this guy right. And he was a third-round pick. He was the 67th overall player taken in the 2023 draft. I mean, think about that.
High draft pick.
67th player overall taken in the NFL draft. out of Arkansas. So there's a reason. 6'5", 233. You would think if this guy can stay healthy, you got yourself a player. You don't draft a player. You know, when the Broncos picked Drew Sanders in the 3rd round, where they picked him with the understanding he was going to be a starting linebacker for this team for a long time.
Mike,
so
you look at the way he's put together. I mean, he's big, he's fast, he's athletic. He had the blitz off the edge on that sack where he just went speed to power and just drove the offensive tackle into the quarterback. It's a really good pass rush rep. Those things are exciting, man. It's exciting. You hope, because you always feel like, what if that guy could ever stay healthy? What if that guy, because he's got that ability to be a pass rusher, to be a blitzer, to be a coverage guy, because he's just got that kind of athletic ability.
All right, how about among now the players that we do know, the established players who stood out in a way? The smile on my face when Evan Ingram caught that 24-yard pass down the seam, and I immediately in my notes wrote, that's what we're looking for. Seam ripper. This wasn't just chip at the line of scrimmage and then, run a 4-yard out. This was a guy running the kind of play that guys like me got all excited and all bought it. I'll admit it. I bought into the whole idea about the Joker and everything when he first got here. And last year was a huge disappointment for a lot of us, and especially for me. But, boy, that play right there, Stoke, man, it shows what he's capable of.
Yeah,
shows what he's capable of.
I think he's going to have a more productive year this year. And you see what he is capable of doing, right? And you look at what he has around him now this year also with Waddle and Sutton. And then now you have a different play caller, obviously. So I'm expecting his production to be better than what it was a year ago.
Yeah, I am too. And that was great. As soon as he got rid of the underneath coverage, who didn't do a great job, obviously, but instantly snapped his head around, looked for the ball, and Stiddy again was on target on that one. It was great. It was a great play, and it's fun to see coming out of your own end, inside your, I don't know exactly where they were, but they were around the 20 or maybe a little inside.
No, they were on their own 6.
Yeah, okay. So
they were on their 6.
Coming off your own goal line, that was a big time play. It was fun, man. That whole thing was fun, and you'd love to see Evan Ingram have a little bit more of that impact for them. So I love it. I love what they're doing. And Prentice, I mean, let's just that guy was dynamic. Special.
I love fullbacks.
I do too.
I know. I give you a lot of
You would have to have a fullback.
You would have been a good fullback, Mike.
I got a fullback's body.
You do.
And
that head.
And
imagine. Gosh. Can you imagine this head? Lead ISO. We just call that play, when we check to it, we call it Evans. Evans right, Evans. And you just go barreling in the line of scrimmage.
Imagine this head encased in a good helmet. Can you imagine the poor linebacker that tries to take me on?
Oh, my gosh. That's right. It's going to be out.
But no, as much as I part company with you with the whole, you keep getting 2-yard gains, they'll eventually pay off. I do love the fullback play. And when they came out in that first quarter, and not only were they under center the majority of the time, but I mean, you had the classic I formation. I mean, I felt like I was watching like old college football, like Wisconsin or Michigan. You got the fullback in front of the tackle in the classic I formation. Huh. That was awesome.
Yeah,
so
I'm with you.
And so why do you hate fullback?
Yeah, I'm not a fullback guy.
Why?
Go ahead. It's either the third wide or the fullback. I mean, it's one or the other.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
See where I'm going?
I got you.
So
I'm trying to get you fired.
I got you.
Yeah.
But man, that was cool, and I liked it. So you had him. You had that part of it as well. So good stuff. A lot of optimism. Yeah, we're hearing some people say, well, come on, don't get so excited, guys. It was a preseason game against a bad Atlanta team. I know Mark.
That was a real downer.
I know that Mark, champion of the NFC South, has some opinions on that. Plus, we'll open up the text lines. It's a Bronco Reaction Monday, so we got to give you the chance to react, and we'll do that next.
Catch up on everything happening at DenverSports.com. Weeknights from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with Denver Sports Tonight. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app.
Siltahar Motors, boy, we had a great time yesterday out there at their foundation tournament. Greg Larson and the whole team there, they put together an amazing event for a great cause. And so really proud to be a part of that. And we had a great time. But the business continues at Siltahar Motors. And this is a place where you get it all. Everything you want in a dealership. First of all, we're talking about 5 big dealerships in one. So unprecedented inventory when it comes to what they offer there. And Ford. What a great dealer, one of the best Ford dealers in the whole Rocky Mountain region. Ford now ranked number 1 in quality by J.D. Power. Number 1 in Siltahar is the best selection of top quality Ford trucks and SUVs in Colorado. The Ford Summer Sales Event happening right now. So you got F-150, Bronco, Explorer, and Ranger, all at 0% financing, no payments for 90 days, thousands of cash back across the lineup. And if you're not ready for new, hey, Siltahar has you covered there with a huge selection of certified pre-owned. Everyone inspected, warranted, and backed by a 5-day exchange. Don't love it? Swap it. No questions asked. Siltahar, family-owned for over 65 years, doing business, treating customers like neighbors, 65 years of keeping their word. Do all your shopping at sthmotors.com or conveniently located in person at Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors, get everything you want out of a dealership.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
There are so many out-of-state roofing companies, and roofing companies claiming to be locally owned, yet owned by out-of-state private equity firms.
Denver Roof Pros is the real deal. We are truly locally owned and operate right out of Denver.
We've been serving the Front Range and the Eastern Plains from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs for 10 years.
Choose local. Choose DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Again, out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, and a change in plans out here as due to some structural issues with the bleachers, they will not be allowing fans in to come and watch practice today. So if you were one of those 1,000 or so ticket holders, unfortunately, hate to pass it along, but will not be able to attend practice today. Broncos some of the players starting to come out on the field. Looks like they're in shorts and, well, what would those be?
Shells.
Shells?
Yeah, probably.
Spiders?
Yeah. Spiders,
Spiders,
shells, yep.
Spiders.
Spider to Y banana.
There you go. There you go. Stink, especially, take this one, because with all the optimism and all the fun it's preseason, right? Hope springs eternal. So when you see a really good performance like the one you saw in the first preseason game, people are having some fun and feeling really optimistic about it. You've had a few turds in the punch bowl who have tried to bring it down by saying, guys, let's not get too excited. It was just the Falcons after all. All right, you know the Falcons very well because of your close, some might say intimate relationship with the NFC South.
Yeah.
What would be your message to those Debbie Downers about, it was just the Falcons?
Hey, well, that's fair. I mean, that's very fair. Listen, man, I like the Falcons. Last year, they set a team record for number of sacks in Falcons history. They can rush the passer, man. They are a talented football team. I'm not calling them a good football team. They ended in a 3-way tie with Carolina, with the Saints, and themselves all at 8-9, and Carolina won the division. But they're a really talented football team, and you went out there and just pummeled them. And I'm sure if you're Kevin Stefanski, you're in your meetings after that game just pointing out some of the embarrassment, like the difference in the effort level and how you guys just got, thunder punched. And so you got to take care of your business. And the Broncos went out and they just beat them up on the road with a backup quarterback. So that's what they did.
That's what good football teams do, right? They take care of their business. And Broncos showed the depth that they have, quality depth, which is huge. So on the road, first preseason game, you never know what it's going to quite look like. And so if you're playing a bad team, Go take care of your business, and that's what they were able to do.
Yeah, so in answer to this text, we want your reaction, so thank you. This is Craig in Louisville. Wow, so much blowing sunshine being blown around today. I understand Sean doing that, but the three of you? Well,
pretty dominant performance.
Let me deconstruct that a little bit. So let me see if I got this straight. Last year, when they're barely beating the Raiders 10-7, or they're barely beating the Jets 13-11, we had to dress up those performances by saying, well, a win's a win, and every win is beautiful. But yeah, I mean, we understand that at some point, especially after you won so many close games a year ago, you are sort of tempting the football gods if you think you're going to automatically win that many games again this year. So the idea has been, all right, the next time you find yourself in a game like that against the Raiders or a game like that against an opponent, then beat them soundly. And blow them out. Leave nothing to chance. And so when you go out and do something like that in a preseason game, but that was the idea, Stoke. You got an opponent who's not that great. You're clearly the better team. All right, go out and dominate. So now they do that, and people are now trying to, I guess, find something wrong with it. What do you want? What do people want? It would be my question to that texter.
Yeah, I mean, you could say it's the Falcons and they're not very talented or whatever the case may be, but it's the NFL, man. Those guys are fighting for jobs. And the other point that I think is another positive here is you're talking about a road game, first one of the year, and I mean they came out ready to play some football. You're going to play a lot of bad teams. In the NFL, there's a lot of bad teams. You got to go out there and take care of your business, and they were able to do that. Why are we not going to be positive about that?
You know what every bad team has? Some really good players. Every bad team has really good players, and Atlanta's no different. And so, hey, listen, man, you took care of the Atlanta Falcons. You bludgeoned them, and you gotta walk away with that. That texture, by the way, you know what? If Russ was still here and we would have won 27-7, then it would have been what a great game. That's a Rusty.
You think so?
That's a Rusty.
That's a Rusty.
An anti-Sean.
Craig in Louisville is a musty.
Yeah,
Rusty.
Yeah,
Rusty.
That was an anti-Sean, pro-Rusty guy.
I got you. Well, I don't think Ryan in Missouri is a Rusty, but maybe he is. He writes, I think it's laughable that you all think that one good performance in a preseason game makes up for the atrocious performance in the AFC Championship game. Stidham's only job that he gets paid to do is be prepared to come into any situation, play decent, and not screw anything up. Wow. You have Ryan in Missouri. You have very high expectations for backup quarterbacks in the NFL.
It's the job of the football team to support the quarterback who's hasn't taken one snap in the regular season and to play well. And you know what the football team didn't do? They didn't support that. I mean, you bust a screen, which ends up costing you the game, but you don't kick a field goal. It looks like you're unprepared for the weather. Your starting running back, who happens to be a backup running back for you, gets hurt early in the game, and you got to go to your backups that don't really play. I mean, there are a lot of things that you can point to and say, hey, man, this was more on the team than it was Stidham. But all you see, the only thing you can see, you don't see the big play to, what was it, Mims early in the game that set up a touchdown. You don't see any of that. All you see is the one screw up and the turnover.
Yeah, and it's a bummer that the weather was what it was. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, so like to try to get a great evaluation of Jarrett Stidham and being in that situation is tough to begin with, but. Man, we were at that game, Mark, and I'm looking at it. I knew they were going to come back and win this game in the fourth quarter. And the fact that you had the snowstorm, and at that point, it's just kind of like you're going to need some luck on your side. So it was hard to get like a true, real evaluation there in the second half because of the weather conditions.
I guess the whole Stidham AFC Championship game conversation that just has me always surprised every time we have it is what do you expect of backup quarterbacks? This is a league that struggles to find 32 starting quarterbacks, never mind backup quarterbacks. And the whole idea, well, you've got to be prepared for every situation. The AFC Championship game in a blizzard in the second half is not any situation. It's incredibly unique. It's incredibly challenging, especially for somebody who hasn't played a snap for the entire year. And listen, I get it. I don't understand how so many teams who have legitimate championship aspirations leave themselves so thin at the backup quarterback position. Buffalo has legitimate Super Bowl aspirations this year. Kyle Allen is their backup. I mean, do you really think that if a snowstorm ripped through Buffalo and Kyle Allen was charged to go out and win the AFC Championship game after not playing a snap all year, backing up Josh Allen, do you really think that, in the words of Ryan in Missouri, he would be, quote, prepared for any situation? Of course not.
It's impossible.
So I just
the
think
Bills
that
aren't prepared to win when they have their starting quarterback.
Exactly. They
impossible.
can't.
You got me yelling now.
That. I got that, but no. What do you expect of backup quarterbacks that you raised the bar so high for Jarrett Stidham that he was such a colossal failure in that game? I guess I just am seeing the disconnect about what backup quarterbacks really are and what people seem to think that he should have done and delivered in that game.
I mean, he hadn't taken a snap in 2 years, right?
Right.
A regular season snap in 2 years, and you get dropped in the AFC Championship game. I mean, not an ideal situation. So, and Sean talked about it, but, and Mark, you hit on it too. I mean, the team needed to play better. Everyone around him needed to play better, and so it just didn't happen. But if you get to your backup quarterback, usually you're not going to be in a good situation.
What if Jarrett Stidham, give me the scenario during the regular season which you think something could happen to Bo Nix and you think Jarrett Stidham would more than be able to hold his own? What kind of situation are we talking about? What's kind of the cutoff point, Stink, where it would become, all right, that's probably too much, but this would be okay? Hold that answer. Hold that answer.
All right.
I want to get to it because I don't know. I just don't get all the Jarrett Stidham hate. Okay, he didn't lead the Denver Broncos to the Super Bowl after having not played a snap for the entire season. Let's blame him for all that. All right, we'll get the answer to that question, plus more reaction from you on this Bronco Reaction Monday next.
Want real Broncos talk?
Cecil Lemmy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, you an experienced sheet metal worker looking for more than a job, ready for a career? At Smart Local 9, we offer strong, reliable, family-supported wages, employer-paid health care with no out-of-pocket premiums, and a dependable retirement with both pension and 401k, so you can retire with dignity. Learn more at smw9.com. Experience the strength of collective bargaining with Smart Local 9 Sheet Metal Workers Union. Visit smw9.com. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why professional contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. For 35 years, this family-owned, locally operated supplier has delivered quality products, next-day delivery, and quick will-call service that keeps builders on schedule. From new construction to remodels, their experienced team is committed to helping contractors succeed. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise built for Colorado contractors.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX rocks heating and air. Don't get fooled by out-of-state private equity corporations that are buying local HVAC companies, offering higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. Don't trust your home to someone out of state when you have the best company right here in town. ROX are experts in local energy rebates and tax credits to save you money only at ROX rocks heating and air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX rocks heating and air.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win. Like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Colorado. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Brought to you by Common Spirit Health. Hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advance healthcare with human kindness in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 104.3 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Well, I asked the question earlier, did Jarrett Stidham's performance the other night go at least part of the way towards, absolving him of his AFC Championship game sins? Well, apparently the critics are going to have to see more. Mike, I tell you what I expect of the backup is not to blunder. He mentally fell apart and panicked. He's still a professional. Another one, I expect him to dirt the ball on a busted screen. play like 58 other NFL quarterbacks would, let alone a highly paid one. They didn't lose because of Stidham alone, but he proved he's not good enough. Again, I love the fact that you all think that playing in the AFC Championship game and then the second half in the AFC Championship game in the snow, after having not played a snap for the entire game, that, well, never mind that we expect him to make big plays, Mark Schlereth. He just has to avoid making a mistake. Do you know how hard that is for really good quarterbacks, starters? I mean, we saw Josh Allen come in here in that playoff game and repeatedly vomit all over himself.
Tell me.
Okay, and yet,
right?
We're condemning Jarrett Stidham because he made a mistake.
I would like to.
I have thrown hands on a number of occasions.
What quarterback out there that's a backup do you think would have come in those circumstances and
played mistake-free
and beat the New England Patriots?
Played mistake-free.
Which you think Drew Lock would have come in here and done that? You think he'd have won that game? I mean, who do you just give me anybody?
Kyle
Cooper
Allen,
Rush,
Mitch Trubisky.
You got to see Cooper Rush,
Trey Lance.
Who do you think's winning that game?
I'm just giving you some of the backup quarterbacks around the NFL.
I'm just telling you that
Tyler Huntley.
It is what he was asked to do was exceptionally difficult. Playing the NFL, Stoke, is really, really hard. And then playing in an AFC Championship when you haven't taken a snap in 2 years.
You had a chance there to be up 10-0 too. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah.
So, it's. I thought overall, he was fine, and unfortunately the snowstorm hit, and we really couldn't see what he could do when the game was on the line. But I like our quarterback room. I do. I like our quarterback room. Hopefully we don't have to see the backup quarterback this year. Mm-hmm. And there is no fans. Just to update, no fans today at practice. So if you had a ticket. No fans.
Yeah, I would think that by now that most people who had tickets and did not get word have probably come out here already and been told what's happening. Unfortunately, we've had to turn around and head home.
Go get some breakfast or something.
Go get some breakfast.
Yeah,
make
breakfast.
the best of the
right.
Let me tell you what Brandon Stokley would do in this situation, okay? He would be disappointed, but then he would quickly get over it, and he would go to a breakfast place, and he would just house a stack.
Yeah.
Like a stack of pancakes, heavy on the syrup, heavy on the butter. Good side of crisp bacon.
Diabetes. Pancakes or hotcakes?
Pancakes.
Ever call them hotcakes?
No.
I don't either.
No.
I hear people say hotcakes.
Hotcakes, no. Pancakes.
Pancakes.
And I'm like Stoke, big syrup, big butter guy. Should surprise absolutely no one.
No. There's not one person driving around right now that was shocked by that statement. They were like, oh yeah, that lines up.
Yeah, that lines up.
Chubby.
Yeah, heavy. I mean, I want those pancakes, like saturated with syrup.
I cannot.
Oh, really?
Oh, I cannot. I can't eat a whole stack of pancakes.
Are you telling me you want to enjoy the texture, the taste of the actual pancake?
No, it just when it gets drowned with syrup.
No.
It's too sweet.
No.
I just get to the point where I can only have a few bites that way.
The actual pancake is but a mere vehicle to get to the butter and the
syrup.
Yes.
Yeah,
right, Stoke? You're with me.
No, I
You're with
don't.
me.
I'm gonna put the syrup on the side, and then
dip a little bit.
Dip it in there.
Yeah. Did you have when you were growing up at maybe Uncle Billy's property? Did you have like a maple tree that you tapped for extra, and you just go over there like a keg?
It's a good question, right? I mean, I grew up in New
Drink
Hampshire,
syrup?
right?
Yeah.
I mean, New Hampshire syrup is among the best in the country. So, what do you think? We all have like a tree in our backyard that we have like a spigot on it or something like that?
You're like, we're out of syrup.
Yep.
Mikey, go down to the tree and get us some syrup.
Go tap the tree. No, that's not the case.
Oh, it's
not the case. All right. I guess we're just not going to be able to win it over.
No.
He crapped the bed when his number was called, period. All right.
No major injuries, though, right?
No. McLaughlin got up and got back into the game after
right. I think
hammy or something.
Yep.
Need to stop.
Lavelle Bailey, he got hurt.
Yeah, the rash of these soft tissue injuries. See if we get back Jalen Waddle at some point this week. that'd be nice to see. Marvin Mims is out walking out here now, so
yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to evaluate Waddle a little bit.
You don't? I'm sorry, you don't see him, or
I haven't seen Waddle yet. I'd like to be able to,
oh, there he is.
He's 17.
He's right there. Yeah.
So he is.
He's throwing the ball.
He does have, his jersey and stuff on, so that's a positive.
Yeah, he's got a sleeve on his left leg, up and down, the whole leg. But yeah, he's playing catch right now with
some other guy.
Some other guy, exactly. Yeah. So that'd be nice if you get him back in practice.
And yeah, you look at the punt. What do you guys think of the punt returners? Because there was some speculation when they brought in DJ Fresh, or the Fresh kid, and Cameron Ross. We've also saw he got the chance. The idea maybe being that they would be looking to try to find another punt returner, either to be able to use Mims more in the offense or to perhaps trade Mims. What did you see from the returners?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think when you look at Mims, you're not going to say, okay, yeah, no, our all-pro returner, we're not going to, we're going to play you more on offense, and so we're not going to have you return. I think that's a little ridiculous. But overall, yeah, I mean, if you decide to move him, then you need to have a capable backup. But I really don't think they're going to end up moving Mims. I really don't. I just think they're going to try to keep all their good players. And Mims' role on offense is going to be kind of probably what it's been over the last couple years. You're going to see him sprinkled in there, and they're going to have a group of plays for him. But other than that, I mean, that room's fuller than it's ever been. So I just don't think that there's going to be a ton of opportunities for him, Mark.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I'm with you. I mean, he's an all-pro returner. So let's not just, hey, let's get a guy, as long as he can catch the ball, we're good, and we'll just give up big plays in the return game, or the potential big plays in the return game, because we want Mims to, have 6 more opportunities on offense. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay. Guys, as they get ready for this week, missed opportunity, do you think, not having a joint practice with the Packers, or is there a real positive to the fact that they're not having joint practices this week?
No, I think it's a missed opportunity. Not the biggest of deals, right? But Bo Nix, he didn't have a full off season. Anytime you get to go up against another team in a controlled environment, right, where you're not tackling, and that's usually a positive. And I think it would have been good for Bo to have that opportunity to have a couple extra practices against a different defense, different look. But they're not doing it this year. I'm not going to make the biggest deal out of it, Mark. I mean, do you think it's a missed opportunity?
Sure, I do. I think that's always good. There's always some juice when you have those scrimmages, and you get another feel of kind of where you're at. They're a veteran team. They know for the majority of guys who are going to make this team. So, I think it's always good to compete against somebody else and to have those looks and to have that feel of somebody that you don't normally go against every week or every day in practice. So, yeah, a little bit of a missed opportunity. But again, I'm gonna defer to Sean Payton and his knowledge and what he feels about his football team.
Clearly, the Stidham haters all warmed up with their heroes, Dover and Cecil. The Tribe of Hate game ready to come on. Let's see. JV take, Mike. Stop giving Stiddy a participation trophy. And then this one. This is proof that Stiddy just can't win, no matter what. All right, you ready for this one? Zach Wilson would have won that game. Broncos chose the wrong guy. Really? That's the hill you want to die on. Zach Wilson, having not taken a snap in a regular season game in 2 years, wins you that game.
Yeah, have you watched
I
that?
will die on this
Zach
hill.
Wilson?
Right.
Have you watched Zach Wilson? I mean, you talk about some boneheaded plays, right? Jarrett Stidham, you committed a boneheaded blunder trying to throw that chest pass. If I go through the oldie but goodie highlights of Zach Wilson, I won't find some real head-scratching plays?
When he was the starter and got every rep in every practice for years?
Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
All right. Okay. Stidham bashers, if that's the hill you want to die on, we'll let you have the final word there. Dover and Cecil coming up next.
The most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to Aero Seal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, Denver Deck Builders is a big believer in that old saying, anyone can do a job fast, not everyone can do it right. They build more decks than anyone in Colorado because they use only the best materials, feature tight-knit, experienced crews, and make sure the homeowner is involved in every step of the project. Denver Deck Builders is a 3-generation family-run business. Family's so important to them. Their goal is to design and build a deck your family will enjoy and make the favorite gathering space in your house. The majority of their projects involves replacing existing decks. So many decks in and around Denver are at or way past their expiration date. Worn out wood that's cracking, splintering, and outright rotting. Joists or supports that are popping and sagging, plus a lot of those decks are just boring. Denver Deck Builders will build you a 50-year deck with exciting features like pergolas, outdoor kitchens, hung TVs, and more. Visit their website, start dreaming, and then schedule a free consultation. Go to ddbonthefan.com. That's ddbonthefan.com.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Leon was about to leave the military.
My biggest concern was, what am I going to do next?
He found out about My Computer Career and their military transition program.
The Cyber Warrior program takes you from not knowing anything about a computer at all to being a subject matter expert.
How long is that going to take?
In the span of 4 months, I was able to get 4 different certifications.
4 months? Leon's advice?
Highly recommended.
Become a certified cyber warrior in just months at mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. VA education benefits available to those who qualify.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Audible makes traffic less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver.